what's going on, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Gaming Sanctum Podcast. This is our first episode, and I'm your host, Legions Gaming, joined by my co-hosts, X-Ray PC, Jay Beezy, and Junior and Chill. We're going to start today's episode off telling you guys a little bit about ourselves. X-Ray, want to go first?
Yep. Hey, guys, I'm X-Ray PC. I competed for about 5 years now in shooting games, ranging from Paladins to even Apex Legends. I ended now with about Knockout City. Won a 10K tournament in that one. But now I'm moving on to more MMO single player games, starting with Lost Ark, where I'm a content creator for Amazon Studios for that game.
Hell yeah. Beezy, you want to tell everyone about yourself?
Yeah, so I am Jay Beezy, and I have done esports way back since high school. But I most noticeably got picked up for a team on Arena of Valor, which then led me to do some shoutcasting careers here and there up until this point. Now I mostly just stream on Twitch with, of course, I'm going to be starting up Lost Ark as well when that releases in February. So
awesome. Junior and Chill, the floor is yours.
No. What's going on? I'm Junior and Chill. I do a lot of things everywhere with a lot of content creation. So pretty much had our own Valorant team helping run a couple of orgs, do management for people, did competitive gaming for Halo and a couple other things too back in the day. And yeah, just stream on Twitch now and chill. Watch a lot of anime.
Junior and Chill. I like what you did there. I like what you did
on
there.
brand.
If you guys don't know me already, I'm Legions Gaming. I do a lot of JRPG and gacha content on YouTube and Twitch, but I pretty much these days on Twitch do variety. Right now I'm playing through 14 Shadowbringers, and I'm freaking loving the hell out of that. You guys can follow me on TikTok too. I do all that stuff, all that funny weeb shit all over the internet. Thank you guys for introducing yourselves. I think we should get started by talking about what our favorite game trailer was, like ultimately, for each of us. Junior, what was your favorite trailer from Game Awards? That's a tough one, right? There was a lot of good ones, dude.
There's so many, but like probably the one that like I had me speechless. I didn't even know what to say. I didn't know how to react. It was
I think yours
Hellblade.
was the same as mine. Was Hellblade,
Hellblade
right?
was
yeah,
crazy,
dude, Hellblade
bro.
2 was...
Damn, that's
I was looking through the whole trailer, and I'm like, bro, this is insane. And I never say that about Xbox exclusives.
Dude, it was like, they're like, hey, this is a gameplay trailer. And I was like, when is the gameplay?
I thought it was CGI.
What is happening? Unreal 5 is nuts. Like, that's all. I couldn't deal with that. So, that was probably the best one. There's a lot of other great ones, but
that one was really
so good.
What about you, BZ?
I 100 down, like, this is like straight at me, you know me. I was talking to Junior this like the whole time for like pretty much 2 days straight, but it's the Star Wars one. Like, there's no gameplay yet, obviously, but yeah, you know, we know at least what Quantic Dream does with all the previous games, and if it's something like that, I'm like all down for that story hype. So that's mine.
Be like mad strong.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, X-Ray?
Nice.
Among Us VR. Okay. Yeah. Star Wars.
Oh yes, yes. I'm about it.
No, Star Wars Eclipse, 100%, dude. I am
too?
down for it. I haven't played those type of games in a long time, and yeah, Detroit Become Human was their like last like one I liked, and yeah, that shit.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
You guys both like the same thing. Me and Junior both like the same one.
That made my jaw drop.
You know, I also, part of me wanted to say Star Wars, but I was like, I already know Jimmy's going to cover that one. So
The Star Wars one for me was hype, but like, I think I've just gotten to the point now after like doing this for so long and watching so many trailers and watching so many games, Cyberpunk flop, that I was like, okay, if I don't see gameplay, I'm not going to get excited. So like, I was really excited about Star Wars, but I was like, oh, I didn't show gameplay. I'm just going to hold my excitement until I finally see gameplay eventually.
I can't even explain how many people had like bought new PCs, upgraded their PCs,
Bricked
bought
their
monitors,
PCs.
everything, just in preparation for Cyberpunk. And then it came out and they were like,
And they're bricking 3070s and 3080s over here trying to play the damn game.
like, staring off into the distance.
It
And
did
it's
get
still,
nominated
well,
a
we're
year
going to talk
later.
about that.
It's just
It
That was
still got
weird.
nominated for RPG of the Year. I was like, what?
I don't know.
I mean, people are still
You
playing
couldn't have
it,
put Tales
like,
of
right
Rise
now.
or Returnal or something on there,
I
dude.
mean,
What
Tales of
else?
Rise won it though.
Yeah.
The No Man's Sky comeback, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Our Tales of Rise was on there. Forgot.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
it was on there and it won.
And I was like,
That's weird.
they better win. I was saying that too.
Uh,
Besides, like Hellblade 2, I was gonna say a different one. The other one that was like really close for Hellblade 2 for me was, the Sonic game, Sonic
yeah.
Frontiers. But then I
Yes.
started reading stuff online, and like beta testers are saying that people that alpha tested, I guess, saying that the game is horrible. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll wait to hold my excitement until I see stuff myself. I mean, it's alpha.
Alpha tested Destiny.
Yeah.
I literally canceled my pre-order,
Mm.
and then I played the beta, and I was like, I redid my pre-order. So
Makes sense.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
hopefully
Yeah.
they prove it.
I mean, just the from the trailer, I was like, holy crap! Sonic Breath of the Wild, this looks insane. Looks better than Pokemon Arceus. I'm just saying.
Oh, what was that one thing that was going around? Actually, there was like some people tweeting. It was like Breath of the Hedgehog or something like that.
That's
Going
literally
around.
because it looks like
It's like-
Breath of the Wild,
Yep.
but Sonic.
Breath of the Hedgehog.
Oh, you know what? Trailer looked really hype. That I wasn't expecting to be as hype was freaking Suicide Squad.
That one was
Like
hype.
that was.
I was actually surprised by
That's
Suicide
what
Squad
Avengers
by a
should have
lot.
been, dude. It looks like what
Yeah,
Avengers should have
100%.
been. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
why does this look so good? I wish Avengers
Yeah.
played like that.
I'm still sad with the timeline in terms of what it is because just one of my favorite characters is now gonna get beat up, but
Good.
it's fine.
I'm just kidding.
good.
Look, if I had to pick one person from the DC universe that I personally like I will always support Marvel. but,
Flash
like,
is
the
one of my
one for
favorites,
DC
too.
is the Flash. Like his
Mhm.
storyline, the way his character is developed, and like to me, he's the most fleshed out in the DC universe. To me, so
Yeah, when I was reacting to it, there was like, he's like, oh yeah, this is the mascot of the thing, and I'm like, he's literally a god, bro. He literally rewinds time. Does
Yeah.
all the, like,
There's
he's
no
like,
way
he's
in
almost like a
any
swamp
reality
house
that the
Superman. What are you
Suicide
talking
Squad
about?
would even beat them. Like, there's no reality
can
where
maybe
they
manage,
ever
I
beat the
guess.
Flash. I was like, bro, he's literally the god of speed. Like, no shot that they beat him. Like, he can literally go back in time, kill you when you're a baby, and then just go back. And he's like, all right, I win. That's it.
All right, I win.
Drop the mic.
Harley Quinn can pull something off. We know. So I mean, she faces off with Batman like every so often. So
I didn't put these in order in any way from when they were shown. But I guess the first thing we can talk about was one of the most hyped things was Matrix.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Ooh.
How'd you
It
guys
was
feel about
more hype after the fact when you've seen the demo more so than the trailers. Because the trailers, I was like, oh, is this another overhyped thing?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wow, the game actually is beautiful. At least it is functioning enough and beautiful from the demo.
And Unreal Engine 5 is insane. Like
Insane.
you literally can't tell the difference between watching a movie that looks realistic, like real life CGI, and
Yep.
between a video
That-
game. It literally
That's why the Star Wars
does not
Eclipse
look like
thing,
a
I
video game.
literally thought
Yeah.
it was the Mandalorian. Because I was like, what? I was like, wait, is this season 2 the Mandalorian? I was like, wow.
if that was season 2 of the Mando, oh my god, dude. I'd be like, what
Wow.
direction did we take? What did I miss?
What is that? Matrix, Hellblade 2, and Star Wars all in Unreal 5. That is wild.
Yeah.
All three, where I was like, could not tell if it was a movie or is actually a game.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we also just look at the past, like again, we were talking about it earlier, but like Detroit Become Human, like that was kind of already, even in that one, it's like a fine line between cinematic and gameplay. Like it was one of those like pick a choice and do that kind of stuff. And while you could, for the majority part, still tell it was gameplay, the graphics kind of like on certain cutscenes and the way smooth transitions it was, it to me felt like a movie the whole time.
I mean, even in the Matrix, you could tell it was like you're so immersed until you see a person,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you're walking around the city, when you're in the car fighting, you're like, wow. Even the look at the people, it was insane. Like when the agent jumps to your car and you shoot him, and then he like just falls back.
Yeah.
But like as soon as you start walking around the town, you're like, oh, this is like GTA 5 people in an actual realistic world.
I'm still like in the whole the tech demo thing, and Prophets is playing it, and all of a sudden like all the people just started pooling in like one doorway, and they kind of trying to walk through the walls, and then they started climbing over each other.
They're just walking
was
to the
funny.
doorway like this.
That was
And
funny.
like one guy, like we saw, he had a blue mustache, and he's just like kind of looked at the camera real quick, and then just like phased into the wall, like you didn't see shit.
Demos are funny, man. There's probably gonna touch it up when it comes out, but man, sometimes like the demo reminded me some of the glitches that were in PUBG when it first came out. I was like, bruh, this game's buggy. Like, there's some funny shit that happens in that.
But it was a big nostalgia thing. Like, really, it's just like because like Matrix was the first DVD I ever owned. Like when we first got DVDs, we're like, "Oh, we bought this is the first one."
Same.
So it's like
one and
a
two.
Throwback to that. I'm like, man,
the OG game too.
They did 3 Matrix movies, right?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. What was the last one? Reloaded? I don't remember.
Yeah, or Revolution.
Yeah, it was Revolution. I remember. Yeah.
Reload was the second one.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember any of them except for the first one. I don't know why. The first one's the oldest one, but that's the only one I remember.
It's the most memorable.
Yeah. Well, probably also because it was probably the craziest thing I ever seen to that point. At you know how old I was, so I probably rewatched it like a million times.
I still remember the only scene I remember for some odd reason from the Matrix is that whole thing with those weird squid things just going through the hole and all the mechs just shooting up at it. That's like, to me, that's like the biggest scene I remember. The funny thing about it is Neo then wasn't even in that scene. It's just literally a bunch of people in mechs shooting up at this like ceiling. That's it.
How many of you guys like saw Star Wars, and was I the only one that immediately got excited and thought KOTOR?
Yep, I thought it was.
I saw the Lucasfilms thing and a spaceship, and I was like, "Bro, is this Knights of the Old Republic already? They just announced it at Gamescom. Are they going to show stuff already?"
Honestly, if they're doing, if that's what Quantic Dream's using, the KOTOR got to use that too.
Right?
To be honest.
I think
KOTOR's more of a story-based game, anyways. It wasn't really about the gameplay.
Wait, don't they already have the team for KOTOR? Isn't it the same team that did the Star Wars game that played like Dark Souls?
No, the Respawn's making their own.
Oh, that's right. They're making a sequel.
Ubisoft's making one. EA's making one, which is the Respawn title, and then Quantic Dream now is making one. So I don't know if Ubisoft's making the KOTOR one, or there's a whole other studio making the KOTOR.
No. It's Ubisoft is doing. They already kind of like hinted at it. They're doing their own open world thing, but it's after their Avatar project. They got people from the old KOTOR game
comes up,
and some other people. If it comes
up. That Avatar
but they got some
game
people from the old KOTOR
team.
To work on the KOTOR remake. So they have some of the original guys working on the remake, but they already said they're revamping the system itself. So like the old dice roll system that used to be, they're not doing any of that. They're going to make it more.
Yeah, they're going to make it more modern and, you know, to today's standards.
And also on that note though, for the Eclipse, like specifically,
BioWare?
Like, I think this game's going to be good. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's made by the creators of Dragon Age. Okay.
Oh,
that's going to be good then. Holy crap. Dragon Age games are amazing.
But what was it? Like,
I've actually never played one.
There?
Bro, you need to play Inquisition. Inquisition is the best one to start. It's so good, and it's not old. It's not so old to where it will like you'll get that like, oh, this is such an old game. It's boring, you know, like the graphics. But Inquisition still holds up today. So,
I mean, I found Inquisition fun. I know there's a lot of people that will argue otherwise, but like,
their studio also made Mass Effect, which plays just like SwordTor, just without all the dumb things.
Can you imagine?
Just don't talk about Andromeda. We don't talk about that. Master.
Oh yeah, Andromeda.
What was that game? Oh, no.
The Legendary Edition's the only thing I count now.
Yeah.
I think it's everybody's favorite, actually.
That I noticed though.
God, those animations.
The problem with Quantum Dreams game is they have a lot more on their shoulders now for this specific one, because unlike all the other Star Wars games that have come out, they're covering an era that no one has ever touched on yet. It's a good era, but it's only ever been seen in the books and stuff like that. And it's we're gonna get something new, but like I feel like they have that much more pressure because they're covering this. You know, so
I agree. I think I can't believe I didn't say this as my favorite game trailer, but I mean, it wasn't new. But as you guys know, I'm the JRPG guy here, so the Final Fantasy VII remake
on PC.
That shit hyped me up, dude. I was screaming. I was like, "Go, Tifa mods! Where's my hentai modders at, dude?" I already got some of them in my DMs. I'll share the mods with you guys in the future when it comes out.
I have yet to play that one. Actually.
I just want the lightsaber mod and the guts mod for Cloud.
There's a lightsaber mod.
There probably is.
They're probably gonna do, dude. There's gonna be a lot. There's probably gonna be a mod where you play as Andrea Rodea. And you got a big dildo as your weapon, dude. That's probably gonna be one of the models.
The Saints Row weapons.
A Buster Sword. It's gonna be a giant Buster Sword dildo. Oh god.
As soon as I seen that in Saints Row, bro, I was just like, this is the best game I ever played in my life.
The
I
Saints
think
Row
it'd be
trailer came
GTA.
on, and I was like, the only thing I asked, I was like, all right, Chad, the only thing everybody wants to know, literally, is what is the next dildo weapon? Like, that's the only thing everybody wants. Is like, what is it? It'd be like Wolverine claws, but like, you know.
Wolverine claw.
That'd be a rough time.
Oh, God.
A lot of people thought Final Fantasy 16 was going to be shown. I had a feeling it wasn't going to. They like Square Enix has so much stuff that they have coming out. They got Forspoken in May. They got Strangers of Paradise in March. There's they got Remake now on PC. Ever Crisis, which probably will get announced next month or something for the 25-year anniversary. I just feel like, Endwalker, like, nah, there's no way they would show this.
This is Final Fantasy 4. What? I looked at Final Fantasy 16, and the first thing that comes up was Final Fantasy 4 Steam key selling for $2,300.
What the fuck? I'm about to sell my Steam key for my Final Fantasy 4, dude. Jesus Christ.
Hey, who wants to
Is that an
pay
NFT or
bro?
something? Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, we got NFT of Final Fantasy. Let's all right. I guess we're starting there.
Final Fantasy 4 Steam key global.
What do you guys think of what did you
Wow.
guys think of the Forspoken trailer?
It looked like what a
Like
Harry Potter game should be.
Yeah, I like the
Harry Potter game
traversing,
should
like
be, okay.
running around the
Yeah.
world, and that shit look crazy.
How you can literally mix spells together and stuff.
Yeah,
it's
like just how
insane.
like it kind of reminds me of like Avatar, right? Like she just uses all the elements, kind of.
Well, like it seemed the way it looked like to me. I haven't really caught up on the lore of the game, but whatever like she literally thinks of, she makes.
Yeah,
She even
that's-
did like a part where she had like a machine gun and she just
Mhm.
like put her hands across
Yeah,
and just
it
started shooting
was
rocks.
so
I was
cool. I was like, oh, this is lit.
Oh.
Yeah, and it has something to do with that bracelet around her arm, I guess. I like the
Mhm.
idea that it's like the game is literally an isekai. If you watch anime
Yeah.
and you're a weeb,
Yeah.
you know what an isekai is.
Yeah, I think we did talk about
If you
that,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
what that is, for the listeners, isekai is pretty much when someone gets yeeted out of their existence, so like the real world, into like a different dimension or a different world that has magic or, you know, futuristic or a post-apocalyptic, whatever.
Mhm.
But so she literally
Usually
gets
permanent.
yeeted out of New York and gets put into a magical world, apparently, and she's supposed to try to find her way back. It looks insane, though, the combat and everything. I can't wait for that game to come out.
Yeah, it
Actually-
looks pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah. No, now that I'm looking at it, yeah, I don't know why it gives me like Jumper vibes, kind of. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie.
I've seen Jumper.
I don't
But
think I've seen
I don't know why.
That's
It's just like this character. Literally, he's like goes long distances, and he has all this. He's like super powerful, but
Pretty much just the power of teleportation.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
the name for it too. What is it called when they use the they dress up the actors in full suit and they make them look after?
Okay.
Yeah, mocap. So the whole main character, she's mocap the whole thing. That's crazy.
Doesn't she look exactly like her
Yep.
in real life?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just like Norman, what the heck is his name in Death Stranding?
Norman
Reedus.
Reedus?
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Norman
Yeah, he
Reedus.
did the same thing for Death Stranding. The next game on the list is a doozy, coming out in like 2 months. Elden Ring.
Oh,
Dude,
Oh my
that was the
goodness.
other like amazing. I was like, all right, man.
Dude, that was a
This
full
right
movie.
here-
That gave me Demon Souls vibes like crazy, man. That
No,
shit
that
looked
gave you Lord of the
insane.
Rings
That
vibes.
shit-
That too, yeah, dude.
That was epic. Like it was so crazy.
I am invested in the story, like just from that trailer alone that they're showing. Like I was like in discussing it with Junior. We were trying to break it down. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So it's like demigods this and what's going on. He's just like we're trying to explain back and forth, and I'm like,
I can't wait to
actually
join
wanna,
your
like,
guys'
pay
games and
attention
kill
to
you
this.
while trying to kill a boss. It's gonna be funny. Awesome
Very
content.
great.
It's gonna be
I'll be
awesome
right
content.
It's Lord of the Rings plus Naruto because the QB was in there.
It was.
right.
and Dark
Plus
Souls.
no.
And you just- that's
that-
Elden Ring.
that's a very
Kurama was
messed up
in there, dude.
universe.
Hmm?
Yikes.
Are you
Kurama
guys gonna
regrets
play it
that
at
one.
launch?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting it day
Oh, yeah.
one. That game looks amazing. I still gotta finish Sekiro, but
I'm tempted just to go do like a Souls like week or so
Do
before it happens and just go through like the Souls titles. Which is funny because I've never played any of them other than Bloodborne a little bit, and I played most of Sekiro.
dude, you have a PS5, right? I'm gonna
Huh?
send you my Demon Souls copy because I have a physical copy, bro. You need to play Demon Souls. It's so
Oh.
freaking good.
I still need that one.
It's so good. That's why I said it gives me Demon Souls vibe, because Demon Souls is kind of very similar to like the lore, the remake anyway. I never played the original, but I'm pretty sure it's based on the same thing as the original. But man, it gave me massive Demon Souls vibes because that kind of the same thing happens in the trailers for Demon Souls that happened for Elden Ring.
Funny enough, we talk about and always joke about how we don't finish games, right?
Weirdly no, that's
enough,
you.
I've
that's
actually finished. You. No, but
let's put it this way, listeners. Okay, he wants to start Final Fantasy 14. All right, you know you need like to get to Endwalker, you need to have like 300 hours to spare or more. He hasn't even finished Tales of Arise yet. Okay,
I'm inching it. Okay, you gotta inch those games just a little bit.
The funniest part was he was the most excited person about Tales of Arise. He was like, bro, like life is stopping as soon as Tales of Arise comes out. Literally stop playing the game. I was like,
I actually got through the majority of the game. I'm almost done. I just didn't like finish the ending.
Oh,
I'm like right there.
But you think you're at the end, but you're not even close. You told me where you were. You're at the halfway point.
That we're making here, though, is that I actually have finished the Dark Souls games, Bloodborne, and Sekiro. I finished those.
Can't you just like literally go to the last boss on any of those games and kill him?
I wasn't good enough. I had to.
Okay, this is like Breath of the Wild, isn't it? Can't you literally just go
if
fight the last boss if you want and end the game?
If you know how to weave around the bosses, then you can.
Okay, so that doesn't count.
I'm just making my point. Though, like I finished some Souls games. I did finish some, so I wanted
to play
Sekiro.
I still got to do Sekiro. I have that on my list.
Yeah, I just made a point, but yes, there are games I don't finish, mainly story games, particularly. I have put in hours in Final Fantasy though.
5 hours.
I just got to Stormblood,
and they were all waiting in queue to get in the game.
That 2002 will be strong, bro.
2002 I record. I hate that. Stupid. Thank God they fixed it, but now I kind of wish they didn't, because now it takes even longer to get in the game because people aren't getting kicked out of queue anymore. Dude, oh god, it's awful.
Miss it. Bring it back.
Right? Everyone's like, I keep getting kicked out of the game. I was like, shit, I never got kicked out of the game, so I hope you guys keep getting kicked out. We already talked about Suicide Squad, but we can talk about it a little bit more. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about for Suicide Squad?
I think the gameplay is actually really interesting. Again, we touched up on it before, but it was kind of like what Avengers should have been. But like the way that the gameplay was like super action packed. You get to jump from like building to building is from what it looked like, and it's more like instead of a linear stage, it might be more open. So you can kind of just go. But it did look. The gameplay they showed us was mostly on rooftops and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, it kind of reminds me of Avengers, but like how it should have been. Marvel Avengers, the Square Enix title.
Because I think you can play the whole game co-op.
Who's doing Suicide Squad? I have to look that up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. I don't know.
I think there.
Oh, it was Warner Brothers. Yeah, it was. It was.
Well, it says like Warner Brothers owns all of PC.
I don't know if they have their own. Do they have their own studio? I think so, right? Like their own first party studio.
It's like Rocksteady or something.
Rocksteady.
Yeah, Rocksteady.
Oh, it is Rocksteady.
They're not a bad company. Yeah.
Batman Arkham. Yeah, they made all the Arkham.
Yeah, they did the Arkham Knight games, and those games are amazing. So.
That's funny. I'm like,
yeah, they're good.
I think I remember their name. I own a lot of their games.
Insane, then. Wow.
We're gonna talk about X-Ray's favorite game on that list now. Rumbleverse.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oh yeah, Rumbleverse go crazy, bro. I've been watching. I've been watching my friends and like everybody I competed with and like BRs and everything are just like, I'm sitting here making my own combos. Dude, and like they're sitting and like doing everything. I've seen people like elbow drop off of a building and just like massacre people. I'm like, holy, this looks fun as hell. Somebody did like a suplex off of a roof. I was like, what is this game? So they made it where it's just like in a fighting game. If somebody's on the ground, they have immunity. But if you use something that quakes the ground, like the elbow drop or anything like that, like a special or item you can pick up, you can smack them on the ground.
Oh, so it launches it, so you can float people, just like in a fighting game.
Yeah, so you can like boom, you can knock them to the ground, do a whole combo, then jump and then elbow drop, and the elbow drop is the thing that hurts them only.
I can see a lot of people spamming crap like that in the game.
Yeah,
that make me want to throw my controller across the room.
You can't really like spam it as often. They made it so like once you elbow drop, you have like animation to get back up.
Oh, okay, that's good. They thought about it.
So you can't just like elbow drop like a million times over and like.
Are you gonna do esports for that?
Like people playing it. Mad Toxic was great.
Dr. Lupo, CDN the third. Like,
you're gonna do esports for that when it comes out?
I'll try. I mean, it's fun. Honestly, it's funner than like a shooting game battle royale or something. To be honest, it's different.
It can't be any worse than the launch of Nickelodeon All Stars.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I
That's
remember
what
how
happened to
hyped
me,
that guy was
uh,
for that. He's like, I'm gonna do tournaments. Fucking guy
Yeah,
goes
I
on
literally signed up
vacation
for
for
LAN.
fucking 2 months.
Yeah.
How do
That's
you
so
let the main
crazy.
guy go on vacation for 2 months? That's a load of
Yeah.
bullshit. He got fired or he quit. He was like, I'm over
Yeah, I
this.
swear.
What
Dude,
kind
I
of
kept
vacation
asking on
is that?
Twitter, and people would be like, "Hey, let him be on his vacation." Every week he would post, "Yeah, he's still on vacation." I'm
Yeah,
like, "What do you mean? Why would you go on
permanent
vacation the day it releases?"
Some
He's
permanent
thinking
The
about
only
things
vacation.
dude
like
who
that,
made
you
the rollback. Like what?
It's so
The
stupid.
only dude who can handle the problem.
The
Dog
only
mad is fine.
person that can fix
He
the game
knew.
is
That's
gone.
insane.
He's like,
That
yeah, I
game's
know
Didn't
dead.
this
pay him enough.
workload
That's what
entails.
happened. He
Yeah.
left. He walked
I
He was
out.
guess.
like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking done with this.
He's like,
Yeah,
how
I
much
mean,
you
why
pay
you
me?
ask? Yeah. It's probably like, hey, if you could pay me more, you know what we got to expect, right? It's like, oh, you
I-
just do this.
That
we'll
just
get
goes to show that you need rollback and a lot of things for your fighting games. And
Yes.
like fighting games like this Persona 4 game, bro. Like that Persona
That's
4
the
game
next
does
thing
not have
on the
rollback.
list that I was
or
going to talk
anything.
about.
I was
Me
so
and
hype about
Junior
that.
lost our
Yo.
shit
Like
when that showed, and that was
Dude,
during the pre-show. She
Uh-huh.
freaking girl's about to end the pre-show, and she's like, "Oh, and one more
By the
never
way, there's,
never before seen thing." She starts showing it. I'm like, I start hearing what Teddy shows up right away. I was like, oh, so losing my shit. I thought they were gonna
Circulated
transition.
around the Atlas. I was
Yeah, as soon as I saw Atlas, I was like, oh, wait, what? I thought they were gonna announce Persona 6 or something.
Thing, dude. I thought it was a Persona 5 or Striker.
Yeah,
thing
so
or
like when they
I was
did the
like,
Persona 4 trailer, I
here's
thought they
some-
were gonna do one of those things where they showed the old game and like transitioned and showed what the Persona 5 one was gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? Like how
yeah.
some games like do like a throwback to the older titles and then show off the new one just so they can kind of show in the trailer how much better the new one is compared to the old one.
Mhm.
But no, it's pretty much Persona 4 Arena Golden, if that makes sense. It's just a enhanced ultimate version of Persona 4 Arena, but it's going to be on all consoles now.
An
So
ultimate version of Ultimax. Let's
Yep.
go. Ultimate
Persona 4 Ultimax
I mean, I think
Ultimate.
that's gonna be hella fun
Golden.
to play when that comes out.
I
Like, I saw
am
the
going
Atlas
to
version,
shit
my
on
brain
all
started
of
doing,
you with
like,
kanji.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
Kanji
any of the
memes.
characters. I just know that I've been watching their tournaments because their tournament scene has been going crazy in Japan, especially.
There's some funny
that
memes
game.
with kanji. Kanji is funny. We'll talk about it after the podcast because it's probably not safe for me to talk about it on the podcast.
I know what you're talking about, but you know, I've been to enough tournaments for that game, so I get that. And also, like, I think one of the big so pro tip, main character broken. That's just all you
Yep.
need to know. Add
Really?
levels.
Yes,
They
he's
made him
broken.
actually broken
It
now?
actually has main character syndrome in that game.
Wow.
If they're a main character, they are broken.
He went through
That's
his
just-
training arc already when that game came out. That's why it's called
I mean,
Ultimax.
they could
He
do
was
Persona 5
disgusting.
DLC for that game. Since they
That's
didn't
why I was
make one
asking
for
too. I was
Persona
like, hey, I wonder if
5.
we do that.
That'd be cool if they did.
That would be cool.
And just add on to it, and keep that one going.
You guys are gonna play it too?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play every fighting game. Pretty much
that
just
looks
MMOs
really
and fighting games. That's all I've been playing.
Waiting for that. Is it the Warner Brothers one too?
Warner Bros.
Yeah, that one
Multiverse
looks
is
really
my
good. I'm
favorite
waiting for that.
game.
They didn't show. I
Said
thought they were
didn't
gonna
announce
show
it there,
that.
but they
Oh.
didn't show it. They already
Maybe.
showed a lot of news for it, and then they did a tech test. They've
Yeah.
been doing a tech test. It's NDA. I'm not in it.
Oh,
One
one
of
of
my
the
friends
things
is in
that don't have it on the list, I forgot. Since we're talking about fighting games, King of Fighters looks sick. What was that character? That's
yeah.
Angel, right? Or
Blue hair guy.
Kusarana or something.
oh yeah.
It's a guy that apparently was in the game before. I don't remember him at all.
I don't
and I've been
remember him
playing
either.
KOF for like literally since I was a kid. Like I was like in the back in the 90s. I was like, I've been playing it forever. I just don't remember that character.
Yeah.
I saw like they showed a clip of him, like of the old version. I'm like, I don't remember Tentacle Arm guy. You
Yeah, I
know?
remember
Like,
playing King of Fighter games in the arcade all the time, but I can't remember the last time I actually bought one on a console. Maybe I got one for free on 360 or something once when they started doing that free game thing if you were subscribed to Xbox Gold or whatever. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I played a King of Fighters game, but that one looks crazy, dude. Oh my god, that one looks so good.
I think the last one I actually played that was not CVS2 was like the ones when they had like the years in the names. When it was
Oh yeah.
because that's what they used to do. They were like, oh, King of Fighters 95, 97. Like that's back then is when last one I played that was not CVS2. But CVS2, you know, is one of the best games ever. So.
I was just confused, and I'm looking back at this. I'm like, his arm did turn to an Iron Man arm. That's what I was confused about.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is he like Iron Man?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what?
I don't remember him in the lore though. I can't remember what he does. The
Yeah, it's just, was like, I don't remember him. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think, and I'm like, I saw pictures, but then I was like,
He
yeah,
looked
that's from the
familiar,
old one.
but that was about it. I don't remember
Mhm.
his. I didn't remember his name or his gameplay or anything like that. But he looks insane. Like he looks fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what
Yeah,
was
maybe it's a plot twist. He is an Iron Man.
that
ish
other one
character.
that like the
Yeah.
other trailer that I saw that like really it was like building up so much suspense too. Oh, the Wonder Woman one. What did you guys
Wonder
think it
Woman.
was when you saw
Oh.
the trademarks in the beginning?
Oh no!
was
Like as soon as I
immedi-
saw the trademark, I knew exactly.
I thought it was
what
the
Wonder Woman.
multiverses thing. Or...
I thought it was they were going to show more of the Wolverine, the Logan one. I was like,
Oh.
but then I was like, nah, that's a PlayStation exclusive, so they probably wouldn't show it here.
Well, you know what gave it away though? Like way before they even showed any logos or whatever, is when the
Her
mother
talking.
spoke.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the second.
Like the
started
moment she said
talking,
that,
I
I'm
was
like, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
100%.
I thought it was multiverses, dude. I saw Warner Brothers instantly. I was just like, bro, please show what multiverses here, bro.
What do you think it's going to play like? You think it's going to play like Arkham Knights, maybe like Batman Arkham Knights or something
maybe
similar to that?
maybe
Yeah.
Batman Arkham Knights.
yeah, I can see that style.
That's safe to assume for that. It would fit if they go with that playstyle for her character. Also, I think it would be more fun though, because you get to whip around and do all that cool stuff. So
Agreed.
Get ready for the Shibari gameplay.
Oh man.
Yep. I broke
Oh, the
everybody.
one thing you don't have on
You
here is
did.
Lost Ark, and I'm just gonna say.
Yeah,
No,
I was
guys,
going to
I
save that
was-
for
I
last.
was-
We can talk about it now.
Okay. I was gonna say like, because I was like super hyped just for the release date. I
Yeah.
already knew the game was coming out, so that's why.
Because they pushed it back and they didn't. I thought they had a release date already though when they pushed it back, or did they just
put
have a release
March-
window?
They just said March 31st, so by
Oh, so it was a
Q1, that's what
placeholder.
they said.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just a placeholder.
Yeah,
So
I was hyped
like,
when I
oh
saw that.
my
Man,
goodness.
Korean MMOs or Korean games in general, they do an amazing job. I think I saw Maximilian say this, and like I was like, dude, this is like legit on par.
Yeah.
I think he said something similar to like they do such a good job at making games look so beautiful. You see these Korean games, they look so good, the animations look so good, the combat looks so
Mhm.
good, but then you're like, the fuck is this game? I've never seen it before. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
It
that was
never
literally
releases,
every
yeah.
person that
Where
saw the
does
Lost
budget
Ark
come
trailer.
from?
Yeah. Every time I saw a
It's your
Black
last-
Desert Online trailer before I played it, I'm like, where the fuck this game come from? What is this game?
Yeah.
But they look so freaking good. I wish they were more popular. Because man, Koreans make beautiful games, dude. Holy shit.
I think it because
Oh,
it's
this one might
Amazon
do it.
now, and because I mean, like Amazon's pushing this one hard because New World failed.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is backed by
So, like,
Amazon.
Yeah, and New World failed hard. So like, this is
Really
their
hard.
last thing for them to be like, wow, to have a
feel-
popular because it's already a mainstay of Korea. It's like the number 2 top most
Mhm.
played game there. So
I feel like Lost
like-
Ark got pushed back the first time, probably because of New World.
Yeah.
yep.
that was the
I think
biggest
so.
talk ever of why, because Lost Ark was supposed to come out before New World, and New World that we knew at the time
Mhm.
was
And then look
Still
what happened to New
well, I
World.
mean, still-
Endgame
yeah.
is that.
Yep.
Endgame is
And-
a flop.
for the longest
Yep.
time. Everybody was like, Lost Ark got pushed back 100% because of New World, and they're like, let's try this game out first. I'm like, no, you should have. And what that actually hurt Lost Ark for a little bit. Obviously, there's still people that love the game. I still love the game. I'm still gonna be playing it. But for that set period when New World came out, a ton of people got as mad as possible and canceled their
The
pre-orders.
entire community, bro.
And while of course a lot of people at this point are resubbing and happy that it's coming out, and of course it's gonna be free to play, so you don't even have to purchase the game at all. But like, that hurt them for the little bit that they did. And even though Amazon is bringing the game over, we have to remember that Smilegate still has majority of say, and it's still their game. So Amazon's just porting it over. That's all. they're
I'm
gonna
just
do.
glad that Smilegate's taking it serious though.
Doesn't
like-
Smilegate also do Epic 7?
Yeah.
It's the same- it's the
Oh
same division, yeah.
man.
Literally the same
I
company.
was like, yeah, let's go.
That's the biggest reason why I'm excited. Yeah, like I'm a huge.
They're
fan of it.
Do you think we
Vamping
could
is
see
such a-
collab for either one of the
Could,
games?
yeah,
Probably.
I mean,
Damn, you think there'd
Bro,
be Epic
imagine
7
playing
units?
Vildred as a
Like-
class.
Oh, dude.
oh,
You're getting me
skins, the
excited now. Holy.
They have a lot of skins in that game. They have skins go crazy in that
Can you
game. One of the
imagine if they
classes,
put
like
Moonlight
like a water
Mercedes
gun?
as a villain?
oh no,
Oh
Imagine-
my god,
Imagine
Like a
the
raid.
port
that'd be
in
cool.
Luna.
bro.
Dude,
Make a dragoon
Oh
class.
my
like a
god.
Judge Kisei or something.
Oh,
That would
dude,
100% be a
Jugs,
skin, 'cause I think that
Jugs Kisei.
Yeah.
Dude, and like actually speaking of like some of the changes they did, like I'm happy about this because I'm 100% playing this on launch day. Is they switched out the summoner for the sorcerer. I wanted to
I
play
was-
the
I was
sorcerer, and the
surprised they
sorcerer's recent.
I'm
So,
surprised they even just took the summoner out. Like maybe they're reworking it. You know, they
Yeah, maybe
are
they
they are
like
doing
that.
a lot of things.
Mhm.
So this is what they're doing for Korea.
Didn't they
What
announce a
realized.
list of classes that were going to be at launch already? Or am I
Yeah, so we
mistaken?
have-
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting the
Yes, that's right.
Striker, but the Sorcerers just came out like a month ago.
I did see that
for
on there.
Korea. Yeah,
Or
so
not
they never
Sorcerer,
had a
Mage or
wizard.
something, right?
They never had a wizard before, right? So like they had the summoners like Final Fantasy 14. Imagine like Final Fantasy 14 with no black mage, and that was it. All you
Yeah.
had was summoner if you want to be a mage. So like
Mhm.
people in America and other places did not like that. They like that there because they like the summoner. They don't care about mages, I guess. But they realized for the Western audience, like we need that. They need that sorcerer kind of class, the actual wizard. You can use the lightning spells, ice storms, like fire
Hmm.
spells, like that's yeah. So it's like, and it's super flashy too. So and it's like one of the most popular classes now in Korea after it came out. We don't
I'm
have the
definitely playing the
scouter.
Death Knight one. Is that going to be at
They don't have the
release?
destroyer.
Was it a Dark Knight or
Which one
Death
is that?
Knight?
They have the berserker, the one with the giant sword.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. That one
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
That's the
they'll
one I
have
played
that
the
one.
beta with. Yeah, I played the beta. That's
Okay,
the
good.
default class. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want the Hammer Boy though. That's what I need.
Destroyer. Yeah.
Destroyer
he's not
looks
gonna be
fun,
that
too.
release.
Yeah,
Sadly.
Yeah,
you
he's
gotta
Thor's
wait.
hammer. Lightning hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm just playing the Russian version for now, and then getting my fix in.
I'm
slowly.
so glad that it's coming out in February and that it was pushed back because now it gives me time to like catch up in Endwalker. Because
Mhm.
like I
There's a
said,
lot of
I've been
games coming
playing
out in February,
14, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna take you so long to get through Shadowbringers, bruh." In 2 streams, I am already at the end of Shadowbringers. Like,
I was definitely not one of the people that said that.
No.
I told you. I
yeah,
finished
not
it within
you,
the
no,
week.
but there was so many people like other Final Fantasy content creators that were like, "Oh, it's gonna take you like 40, 60 hours." I was like, do you know who the fuck I am, dude? Like, I freaking did 2 like 8 to 10 hour streams, and I'm literally level 78 quests, so I only got maybe 4 or 5 hours left. I mean, the end is probably a lot longer, but yeah.
Probably to get to 90.
Then
or
you got like the
whatever.
post
Did you get to 90?
Shadowbringer stuff. I
Okay.
could probably do that in like one sitting, honestly.
That's
It's a
pretty
lot
fast.
better when you're not streaming and you can skip the pointless conversations like, "Hey, go here and meet me there and bring me this." Yeah, I'm just not
Yeah.
reading that. I'm skipping. Thank you. But yeah, I'm glad that I'll be able to actually catch up and have a good 2 months with Endwalker before I start, because then I'll be able to play Lost Ark. I won't be as
Stressed out.
preoccupied with another game. Yeah, because I'll already be caught up. I'll be max level. I'll already have done the raid or the extreme version of the raid, because the extreme version of the raid comes out in like 2 or 3 weeks. Wait, yeah, 3 weeks, because the raid comes out this week or next week for Endwalker. And then 2 weeks after that is the extreme version or Savage, whatever it is. And yeah, so we plenty of time. Like, so I'm so excited that I'm going to be able to play that with you guys when it comes out.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty. Actually, now think about 14 and Final Fantasy in general. I'm thinking another reason of why we haven't heard anything about 16 is because Forsaken's coming out, and I think they're trying to really push that. So if they drop 16 before Forsaken, it is going to, like, I feel like kill
You mean
that.
Forspoken?
Forspoken?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
I was confused. I
Yeah,
was like,
Forspoken.
wait.
Forsaken. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
no.
yeah, when Forspoken comes out February, right?
May.
May?
May.
Yeah.
Oh
May.
wow.
So
Well, so 16 was gonna be like
I
the end
mean,
of the year.
Square
then,
Enix
yeah.
has 3 different business units. They got Creative Business Unit 1, 2, and 3, and the one that Yoshida is Creative Business Unit 3, and they do 14 and 16. So the fact that 14 got pushed back, Endwalker, just like gives me like that's probably gonna push back. They're probably behind for 16 too, even though they already said like. He said this in an interview that they were already done with main scenario and they were just finishing up and / adding side quests and polishing up, and all voice acting was done. So the game
Oh, it
is
should be
probably
soon.
very close to being done, but I just think they don't want to release everything on top of each other. Just Square Enix never does that. Like game after, like, on top of each other. Most companies don't want to do that because they want one specific game to sell well and then give it some time and then sell another game,
I feel like 2 months is like enough time, right? They released it in spring and then that
Yeah,
one's
I
like the end of
think
May
it's
or
going to come out in
mid-May.
summer, because March, May, June, July, maybe like July or August.
Like August or
Yeah,
something? Yeah.
that would
I
make
see that.
sense. Or even November, try to get those Christmas sales or something. I don't know. But it's definitely not coming out until the end of the year. No way.
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking about it. I was just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why they pushed it back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many games come out in February, March. Like I think Tiny Tina's
A lot.
Wonderland.
Yeah, that's the
Horizon
next game that
Forbidden
was on the
West.
list. I don't really have much to say about that game because I've
Saints
seen it
Row,
so
I
many
think.
times, but it looks fun. That's pretty much all I got to say about it. Tina's Wonderland. It looks fun to play with friends.
Oh, no, Borderlands is always about co-op. That's
yeah.
about it.
Yeah. It's pretty much like Borderlands, like what? Like somebody can
It's more like
decorate a
fantasy,
dungeon,
though.
right? And then you run through it, and somebody controls the dungeon and puts traps down for you, etc. Stuff like that. Isn't that what it's like?
No, well, I think from my understanding, it's.
Or I'm thinking about Fable. I think. Yeah, that's
yeah.
that Fable game that got
That's the
canceled.
Fable Legends that never happened.
Yep.
Sadly.
Fable Legends. Yeah, I forgot. Holy.
I was too
Wow.
hype about that, dude. I was a big
I
Fable
was
head.
too.
So.
You know that was running through his mind.
Dude,
So,
I played Fable 3 10 times over, and then I saw that, and I was like, what happened to it? Totally
Mhm.
forgot it existed. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's the way it's a set story. And it's just kind of goofy. It's just like one of those, like, because they had like a I think it's like an expansion thing in Borderlands 2.
With Tina.
That was the
Yeah,
same
she's
thing,
in the actual Borderlands story, so they're just making
Yeah.
a spin-off game for her.
She's like controlling this like.
Oh, I
playing
just
D&D.
remembered.
Dungeons &
It's
Dragons
literally
board game.
D&D, right?
Yeah, they're
Dungeons and
D&D.
Dragons. Yeah.
Yeah.
The characters are like forced into this like world. I don't know how she like put them in there,
Hmm.
and then she's like controlling them. Like she'll roll the dice, and the dice will hit the gold board and stuff. And you'll see her, and you'll look up, and she'll be like, "Go, you need to move here," and tell you what to do and stuff.
Yeah.
you better listen to Tina because like she.
And it's
she does
4-player
some
co-op,
crazy
right?
stuff.
Yeah,
believe so,
all
yeah.
Borderlands games are 4-player co-op.
Oh, look at that. All four of us can do that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least
there
that
you
one's
go.
like a D&D styled one too.
Good
So
thing I
it's, like,
signed up
a
for
little
that.
different
Yep, me
type.
too.
Yeah.
Trying to see if we can go through some of the other not as crazy video trailers that we saw. Oh, like Alan Wake 2. That one was pretty cool. I played Alan Wake a
Yeah.
long time ago. It was an
I still call
old
it that.
game.
I feel like that game was like really popular in Europe because I remember like when I was in Germany at the time, like when Alan Wake first came out, it was just like it was talked about before it came out. It was talked about like they're like, and which is weird because they don't talk about like video games at all. Like when I used to live there, like you never saw anything about video games. I didn't even know that professional video games was a thing until I came to the
Brothels.
States.
Maybe.
You know about brothels? Those are all over the place. They're everywhere. It's pretty normal.
Alan Wake was
like
like kind of popular in California, at least.
Mhm.
Like people kind of talked about it in my middle school. Like I knew a bunch of people that kind of played it. It was more anything that wasn't anime based, at least in my school, people would talk about. So like Alan Wake was like the perfect thing. It was like a horror game and like, or no, apparently it was the action game, is what the guy said. So this
And
one's
I just
supposed to be more
got
about
jealous of
horror.
X-Ray so much just now.
What?
Junior, you hear what you just said? Anime was popular in high school for him. If I liked anime in high school, I got bullied. Now it's popular.
By my
I
high
hate-
school time, yeah, but middle school and elementary or anything like that, yeah, nobody.
Yeah, dude. In my high school,
my
dude,
bullying in high school.
if I talked about that in high school, I would have got jumped. Like,
bro, I could have said the stupidest thing in high school and nobody would ever touch me. Like that was not happening. So
Yeah.
I had a different experience.
I always hung out, dude. I always hung out with like the ghetto kids, and then like the basketball kids, and like I mean they all look the same thing, anyways. And like all the people, like all the groups, and like so when they came over to my house, they just knew me as the video game guy. Like
think
I
it's
just played all the video games, watched all the anime, and did all the stuff. So they'll ask me, "Hey man, what's the new show I should watch, bro? I'm bored as hell." And I would be like, "Yeah, it's this one, bro." And then he'd be
I think
like,
it's
"Oh,
because
word."
I was a jock,
Walk off.
so all of them were like, I have to be macho, man. You know,
Oh, yeah.
if you like
I was
video
jock,
games,
huh?
you're a fucking
That's
nerd.
who I was friends
know?
with, but I was like,
Yeah.
they would go to me to be secret nerds.
Yeah.
So that 'cause
wow.
I knew all
Yeah,
the
that's what I
shows,
was
so
pretty
they're
much
just
as
like,
a
"Oh, yeah."
secret nerd. I would make friends and they'd be like, "What? You like Final Fantasy? Yeah, bro. But you like Dragon Ball? Yeah, bro. I like." It's so hard to believe. They're like, I would have never pictured you. I hate when people say that shit. Even today, they still say that. I would have never
yeah.
pictured you to like stuff like that. Man, have you looked at my Instagram feed?
Actually,
There's
yeah, a lot of my
anime
friends
mobs
from high
everywhere.
school say that all the time. It's weird because like I hung out with everybody. I was like I did football, basketball, or football, wrestling, soccer, and what else did I do? There's a bunch of other sports.
I was like
But,
the
I was
same thing as
varsity
me.
for all of them.
Except I did.
It's like I
basketball
did
so
varsity
far.
stuff for that,
Mhm.
you know, whatever. And then like I did all that crap. Then I go party because we were in Germany, so you can drink when you're like you can go to the club at 15.
Yeah, you're
so
taller than the bar. You can drink.
I was always at the bars. Like every time there's a party happening, they're like, "Yo, Junior, what's going on?" I'm like, "Okay, let me call these people from here, call people from over here," and then like we have like 50 people at the club. So then like
my
when they're like, "Man, you play video games?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "How did you have time for that?" I'm like,
You
"The
make
whole time I
time.
played WoW." the whole
The
time.
whole
I played WoW,
time.
by the way.
World of Warcraft. Oh God.
Good times.
Yep.
I would go party, guys, but I got a raid.
Literally, actually, yeah.
Speaking of raid, today's stream is sponsored by.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Raid Shadow Legends. Wait,
We're
hold on, let me
just
hit it a
kidding.
couple
We're
times.
just kidding. We're not. I mean, I am,
Shadow Legends.
but
Yeah, no,
not
it's not.
the actual podcast.
We've
Oh.
at least done it all like once through the cycle individually, but
Yeah,
Literally,
if you
yes,
guys are
but
still
let's-
listening, I'm doing a PS5 giveaway. If you enter in the raid Shadow Legends sponsor that I have going on my channel, so definitely look in the link.
Yeah.
I'll leave the PS5 giveaway down there.
actually, so, you know.
And if
like,
one of these guys win, it's not rigged, okay? Just I don't want to hear rigged comments. All right.
it's not gonna happen. That's
Bro,
I
like
think-
low-key,
if,
one of
if
you
you
guys
want
are probably gonna win.
another small game, you didn't put on here, dude. Thirsty Suitors, bro.
Thirsty Suitors is my game.
That's what
dude.
it
is.
It's my
Oh
game.
my god, dude! I saw that and I was like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom. I was like, Bro, you know what's a small game that blew my mind was the Have a Nice Death, bro.
Yes,
That
I was
shit
gonna
looks
mention
so
that.
good.
Yeah,
It-
Oh
it was
like-
so
my
good.
god,
I saw that and I was like, man, even the Grim Reaper's just tired of everything.
it
and we
was
even have a
so
game for it, like,
good. I was like, holy.
I don't know why I
It
was
looks
watching
like
it.
I'm
I
following
knew
it.
how I was gonna play it. Just watching it, I was
Mhm.
like,
I love
I was like,
Hollow
it's
Knight,
probably gonna be like
so-
this. Yeah, I
I
was
was
like,
like, it's probably gonna be
Hollow
Hollow
Knight.
Knight. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really, really good. Oh,
It almost
definitely
looks
happy
like
about
it's
that
made
one.
by the same guys, but I don't think it is. Maybe a different big group, right? Or is it the same guys?
It looks
know.
like Hollow Knight, but I don't think it's made by them.
Cool.
they're making
What's it
Hollow Knight
called?
too, so
Perfect
I don't
World.
think they could do that.
It's Perfect World, mate.
Yeah, it was Perfect World, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, that man, the animations, the art design, the gameplay, it looked really fun. I'm actually really excited to
Wait.
play that.
It says Have a Nice Death is advertised as it's right here. Have a Nice Death launching on Steam Deck. It's like an ad by Steam.
I can't wait to get mine. That was pushed back 3 times into 2023.
That's why I didn't even
Yeah.
order one.
I ordered one and it said I was supposed to get it December. I was supposed to be in the first wave, and then they pushed it back, and then it said
I just want to be
Q1,
able to like
and then they pushed it
fully
back again.
pre-order it at any time. I just say like I can only have $5 now, and then I just have to have 600.
Yeah, like, bro, give me the option to just fully buy it right now so I can get it earlier. I don't care.
Yeah, or I don't even want it earlier. I just want to know that I'm going to get it because anything can happen from now up till like June of
Oh,
next
yeah.
year. So I'm just supposed to have like that money on me
Yeah.
at the time because if I don't, my order's gone. And I'm not going to
Let's
get my
put it
Steam
this
Deck
way:
now.
you're
I
probably
gotta wait
better
another
off
2 years.
not being on the first wave anyway, because let's be real, new systems like that are, I mean, look at Google Stadia.
Oh yeah, I'm on the third
Like,
wave. So I
there's
think
probably going to be full of problems.
if you got pushed back
Oh.
to spring, I get pushed back to like
2023.
yeah.
You're not
So,
getting
I
that
mean,
until 2
like-
years from now, dude.
So now I gotta have on my mind. I have to have the money on me a whole another 2 years from now. Like, I
Yep.
guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. That's kind of annoying. but
You
oh well.
guys can talk about the game that I interrupted with Have a Nice Death, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I literally went to the bathroom when it went up. I was like, I gotta pee.
bro, it's the best game of 2022, no question. She was doing a fucking breakdance while cooking, while also fighting.
my
And then
God.
when she tried to, when you thought they're gonna fight, they did a
Tell
little,
if you guys
they
are
did
being
like-
serious or not.
they did a 360
Actually,
handshake. I was like,
Bro.
oh my goodness.
and he like then her like ex-boyfriend hit her,
perfect
hit her
stream
soul
game.
with the car, bro.
I will
Yeah.
agree that
Get
it's
to a
probably
car.
a fun stream game.
That's
yeah,
probably the
100%.
funnest stream game ever.
I'm telling you guys right now, though, like literally, I like saw it and the whole thing that is going. I just got full Scott Pilgrim vibes. So the whole thing,
Huh?
except minus the second half. It's just an individual now and all the X's. I was like,
Except
Yeah.
for she's fighting her exes.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's the whole
I don't know,
storyline
man,
is
I
now,
got this.
and we might see like possibly, Snowdra, possibly.
Just hanging out.
He might be in there. There might be a cameo.
yeah.
he
Then
didn't tell us.
there's what was the other game that I'm missing here? Oh, Horizon. I don't really have much to say because that game's been shown so many times as State of Plays that I'm like, okay,
Yep.
I'm excited. Cool. That's all I really have to say about it. I'm excited.
Yeah,
about
they've
it.
shown so much gameplay. At
It's starting to become
Gamescom
like
and,
Deathloop for
everything.
me. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
stop showing me
I don't want to
trailers,
see
dude.
anymore.
We'll just say they put a
I hate
serpent
it,
there.
dude.
You can see the gears under the gills. That's about it.
If any
I mean, hey,
game company is
apparently
watching this,
Deathloop went crazy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think
If
that's
any
what
game
awards are.
company is watching this, hear my words, dude. When you show stuff too much, it just makes me not want to play it. And I feel like there's
Yeah.
probably like another 90% of people that feel the same way I do. They show Deathloop at every event, every State of Play, every
Ever.
direct, every
And hyped it
Microsoft
up.
thing. I was like, dude, I've seen so much of this game that it's annoying me. I don't want to see it anymore. And I probably would have bought it if I only seen it once or twice because it looks fun. But now I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
I was excited about it the first time I seen it like 2 years ago, and then after they kept showing it and showing it and showing it, it got to the point after Cyberpunk burned everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't want to be hyped up on something 2 years from now, over and over again, multiple times. Hey guys, it still exists. Hey guys, number one game of the year, but it's not even out yet.
Let us know in the comments and the reviews if you guys feel the same way, because I'm curious to know how many people get annoyed when they overshow games.
Well,
I like,
I would say, like, here's the kind of thing about it too is like when they keep on showing over and over and over again, what happens is you get so used to seeing it, you tune it out. So like almost every game that they do like that, I missed the release date. Those are ones I always miss the release date.
Yep, I agree.
Like, wow, that game came out 3 months ago. What?
That's why I'm so happy that Naoki Yoshida is doing what he's doing with 16. He's literally told people, like, Square Enix wants him to show the game. Like, don't think Square Enix is sitting there like, yeah, don't show the game. No, they want him to show the game. But he's literally saying, like, in interviews, like, I do not want to show the game until it's ready to come out because I hate when companies constantly string people along for years, just feeding them very small tidbits of information.
Companies.
And then, you know, overhype the game. I think you get more hyped when you see it once or twice, and then you're like, oh my God, I haven't seen it in like a year. When are they going to show more news? I can't freaking wait. Right? Like, you get so much more anticipation for it.
I think he realized.
Wait, what did you say,
he also looked at.
I was like, Final Fantasy 13, 15,
Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, I think he was throwing jabs at older.
Novalosa or something, I think it was called.
He was throwing jabs at the older Final Fantasy titles. I was like, oh my God.
Final Fantasy 13 Versus, bro. Like, why was it called Versus? And two, why did it look overall better than 15?
Because it did.
Yeah.
You should see how many people.
It was a movie.
Even the Night Sky Prince, right? Even Ryan, the Night Sky Prince, literally named his channel after Noctis, and the game came out, and he's like, "This ain't what the fuck they showed at E3. What the fuck is this?" Like, they showed us
that on PS2, bro. They announced it on PS2. PS2 was still out.
10 years, dude.
They dropped on PS4.
Fucking years. 10 years. That's why sometimes Square Enix scares the shit out of me when they show shit.
No, so by the time Noctis came out, which was the character they were showing off,
it was at the end of PS2 era.
It was at the PS2. He didn't come out until the PS4 came out. Now, Final Fantasy 13
but he was supposed to come out during PS3 era.
Yeah.
Oh.
And in Final Fantasy 13, like Lightning, they were a byproduct of like them scrapping projects on 15.
That's why 13 was so bad. I didn't think 13 was that bad, but a lot of people think that's worse than I do. It was an okay game. It just wasn't great.
You have to play all three of them.
I didn't play the last one.
If you play all three of them, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the sequel to 13-2 was freaking amazing.
I heard 13-2 was awesome. I still need to play it.
13-2 was amazing. Noel, the main character guy, he was amazing.
Wait, there's a 13-3?
Yeah.
The third one, a lot of people didn't like because they felt time gated. Bruh, I beat the game almost 100% and I still had 3 days left. Because like the game does that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's Dark Souls.
Yeah. But like people were, you know how casual Final Fantasy or JRPG players are. A lot of the casual players don't like to feel gated or rushed, you know, time gated. And Final Fantasy 13-3 had a, you know, mechanic that you were literally racing against the clock. So like you literally had to beat the game before, because you were, it's tied to the story because she's the goddess and like the world's gonna end. You know, all that. I don't want to get into it because it's a lot. But yeah, it's. But a lot of people made it a big a lot of people made it a big deal. Bro, I almost 100% the game without even trying, and I still had 3 days of in-game time left, like 72 hours worth of in-game time. So like, yeah, no, I don't know.
It's weird because it's literally Majora's Mask. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I probably didn't care. Yeah, a lot easier than Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask was hard as fuck, dude.
Maybe people looked at it like, because a lot of people go into these games and just straight up walk around for like 5 hours.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of the casual JRPG players, you know, that played it, they just probably, that's why they didn't like it.
Like, there's the same people who actually probably did like Final Fantasy 15 because of the photo feature. They're like, wow, I can take pictures. And they're like, wait, there's achievements based on taking pictures? The only thing I do in this game? Let's go.
Made for me. I don't care about the story.
Hey, and then they made
I
it
don't
into
care
the
if you
fishing
turn it
game.
up.
You
I
guys
think-
remember that, right?
What?
Vision sitting here like, God
made the
damn it,
fishing
man! I gotta
game.
take like 10 more pictures.
Dude, I still haven't I platinumed 15 once on Xbox, but now that I have it on PlayStation, I've done everything except the fishing, and the fishing one I finished. But now I have to do survival. Survival is literally you running around the fucking map. So I literally one day just have to just like sit there and keep running. Just run, just keep running.
It's based on how many steps you take. Is that
Yeah,
really it?
it's based on
Wow.
literally steps. And I beat the game because the game is so fucking short this time on the
Yeah.
PS5 so fast that like I beat the game and almost 100% it, and I literally was only level 3 survival.
Wow.
Yeah, and I use the car all the time. So you know how the loading is in that game. You go in the car and you can go make a damn sandwich and come back, and you're still driving to the next location.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
only
the
based on
auto
you running. Like,
Yes,
not even the
like
car
physically
itself?
running. Yep.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, because
Well,
the
I
car is like,
Hell
auto.
no. Dude, that's so
Yeah.
bad. I couldn't, dude. I was sitting there and I would take the car as far as I can go
Mm.
up to the quest. And I'm like, all right, I'm running.
Yeah, that's literally what I did on PS5. But when I played it the first time on Xbox, I was like,
Mm.
I want to explore.
Oh, that's where you messed up.
But then once I played it the second time, I was like, there's literally nothing to explore in this
I
game because the
actually
open
liked
world is
the
dead.
game until halfway I got through, and as soon as like all the crazy stuff happens, I was like, well,
Which
that
is,
wasn't
like,
as
5 minutes
exciting
into
as
the
I
game.
thought. Yeah.
The crazy stuff
Oh, no,
happens,
no.
and they're like, find out in Final Fantasy Kingsglaive, $15.99 on Netflix.
I'm talking
I
about
got
like
the pack with
like,
it in it. So for
when you
me, I was
halfway
like,
get through the
okay.
game, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to spoil people, but like just when you get halfway through the game
Man, if
and
you
then
haven't played
one of your
15 yet.
homies gets messed up. I was just saying, what? Remember the guy with the glasses? Like after the guy with the glasses pretty much gets his eye hurt.
Oh, Ignis. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's
yeah.
fucked
So
up?
after the guy with the
This is
glasses
why
gets
the
his eye
story
hurt,
for that
dude, I
game
was
is so
like, I don't know.
fucked. You don't know what happens to him until his DLC came out almost 2 years later. You don't
Really?
know why the
Yeah.
fuck he just randomly becomes blind. It's so dumb. That game was written so bad.
Wait,
Ugh.
oh, it's true.
Yeah,
dude.
Ignis
I was
DLC
like,
came out, and you end up finding out he was fighting Arden, and that blind him.
All I'm saying is
I
they
was-
had 13 years to make this game,
Bro.
and they still didn't finish it.
Nope.
Bro, I just
Yeah,
remember
and then they
going
were supposed to do
a dungeon,
Aranea
and he was like
DLC
this.
and
He was like,
freaking
"Hold on."
Lunafre.
He was like, hold on, don't run too fast. I was like, bruh, are you serious?
I think we pretty much talked about everything in the Game Awards except one last huge thing that I thought was sick.
Which one?
The Halo TV series.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. The last time I watched the Halo live action was I think when they did The Fall of Reach.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember
That was the book that I think they turned into a live action, right?
What was the live
Yeah.
action where the black dude is the main character? He was in one of the games.
Captain
like, hey,
Sergeant Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Sergeant Johnson.
Yeah.
Yep. There was
Yeah.
one where he was like his best friend was like in that.
Yep.
That's back when Netflix was on CD.
Mm-hmm. Damn,
Oh,
you
wow.
remember
I had the
that? It
disc.
was like GameFly. You had
Yeah.
to order. Dude, that was so
You had
cool.
to rent
Oh
it, yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
That's
And
actually how
I used
watched
it because it was in Germany, and they actually shipped to Germany. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So like, I rented movies from. The
I think you
States,
could get like
all the
3
time.
movies a month or something like that until you returned one.
And Gamefly is still a thing, by the way.
Yep.
Is it
They
really?
are, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Please
the
tell
ones
me
who
it's digital
spoiled.
now.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're the ones who spoiled a lot of shit for Nickelodeon. Also,
Oh,
bro.
that's right. Well, I mean,
They're the ones who literally showed
It's
the release
fine,
date
the
for
game didn't do
Nickelodeon
good
also,
anyway.
bro. Yeah, it was just so funny. I was like, how did so many people know so much about this already? And it was like, dude, Gamefly. I was like, Gamefly?
They're a company.
I thought they went extinct, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
what?
they survive, though. You know, they got to do stuff like that.
You know what's
yeah.
awesome
gotta
about the Halo
keep
TV
going to
series news? The freaking we're finally getting SWAT tomorrow as we're recording. this.
Yeah.
Oh god, I freaking loaded up the game when we could first download multiplayer. And I'm like, where's SWAT? Because that's like
You
my
didn't get it-
favorite game mode.
You didn't even get to choose your mode.
No, they
when
got
you went
quick
in.
play. That's
It
it.
forced
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I was like,
I used
where's
to do
SWAT?
competitive, that's all I did. That's how I ruined my friend's account. Like one of my mods, Kelso, he was just like, "Oh, you want to play some Halo?" I was like, "Yeah, sure.
that was
Are
my
you sure
favorite
you want me to
shit.
do ranked?" He was like, "Yeah, this plays for me." I'm like, "Okay."
Mhm.
I drop play. I get in SWAT. I literally place like the top of gold, and he's just like, "What did you do to my Halo account?"
I
was like,
love
"What
it.
do you mean?" He's
I
like, "I'm
love
not
that you
this
can
good."
combat freaking cheaters too in SWAT. Like a lot of people
Be
think the
good.
opposite, but it's actually like, nah, you can actually fight back against hackers in SWAT. Unless they got,
If
you know,
where people spawn, yeah.
yeah, 100%. Like it doesn't matter if they got aimbot to your head, they still have to pull the trigger
Yep.
faster than you.
Mhm.
All it takes is one
Yeah,
If you
headshot.
know where they're
pull
at,
the
you can
trigger,
just free
then-
fire when
Mhm.
you're spawning. So that's
Funny
all
enough,
good.
SWAT actually was the game that taught me headshots. Like that's how I was able to do it in like
Yeah,
most every
like
game.
when
I'll
I
just
would
carry
play
that
Team
there.
Slayers or like any other game mode when I was like in Halo 3 when I was trying to boost friends' accounts up and shit in Slayers, I would always do SWAT first, warm up. SWAT or Team Snipers. I hope they bring that soon. Shoddy Snipes or Team Snipers or something, because that's one of my favorite game modes too.
Yeah, I got banned the first time I got so I didn't have an Xbox Live. I didn't have an Xbox for a long time, but I played on my friends' accounts, whatever. And like I got a 360. Or no, it wasn't 360. No, it was like a regular Xbox, and I got like my first like account. And I got on like freaking SWAT. I was like, oh cool. I'm
Oh,
gonna
on
play
Halo
SWAT.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
They banned a lot of
So,
people on Halo 2 for.
I literally after my first game got banned for cheating.
Yeah,
I
the
was
reporting
boosting.
in Halo 2, I remember it being very bad. I got banned a couple of times. I was like, it's just people that salty that lose that report you, but the reporting thing was so bad back then that if they got one report, they were like, okay, yeah, ban them.
The whole team, my whole team and their team all reported me because they all said they were going to like right there. They're like, no, this guy's boosting. So like, I got a hell of an ego boost. It's our first day
Yeah,
on my
I bet.
Xbox Live account. I was like, I got banned after my first game. Let's go.
I mean, they're also bringing free for all and Fiesta, which is cool. Like, I didn't even know they had.
Fiesta's
You didn't even have free for all.
Fiesta,
We
they're
got a
bringing
hint of
Fiesta back. Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
you
I
Fiesta
didn't know they
already
didn't
have
have free
it.
for all though. Like free for all wasn't in the game before.
Nope.
You only had teams. Wow.
Yep,
only
it
had
was really weird.
teams.
There was free for all Fiesta, but
Mm-hmm.
I still think Fiesta is that great. Like,
It's fun.
just it's like ARAMs but with guns and just
Raps
Right.
with gun.
aren't you glad that let's talk about the game of the year winner? Aren't you guys glad Deathloop did win?
Oh yeah.
I'm more glad that the guy won
I was
because he is.
fuck the
Dude, I feel
Oscars.
bad. Like when I heard his story, I was like, bro, he literally got like
Yeah.
left Hollywood because they kept on saying that he wasn't gonna do shit. He was like, you know what, fuck y'all, fuck Oscars.
Oscars,
I'm going over to do video games. Does a game, wins. He's
Yep.
just like, yeah, told y'all.
that was satisfying. That
That was good.
I don't think the
Pop
game
off.
deserved to win Game of the Year, but it was
It
a
was,
very
I think it
fun
deserved the
like
best,
game for like a family sitting, like casuals. Like I think
was
it
the best
deserved family
co-op
game.
of the year.
Yeah.
100% of the year. Yeah.
But, like-
Because I watch people and that's all I watch. Because like, can you even play the game by yourself?
No.
I don't know. No, it's like
Yeah, it's
the
only
other
basic
game.
co-op, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that
Yeah,
one where
that.
with the prisoners. Remember the prisoner
Yeah.
game where you're both escaping the jail?
Yeah.
I only played that one
Oh.
time because I only have one time the other person wanted
I
to
think
play.
he also did that one too, didn't he? Yeah, no, he did do that one.
Did he?
I think he did. Yeah, the prisoner game.
Oh, it's a way out. I think is what it's called.
A
No Way Out.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it takes
Oh.
two one game of the year. I personally don't think like, dude, I don't know. I feel like
yeah,
Returnal
he's
should
on
have been on that
studios.
over
Oh.
It's 2
Psychonauts.
games. That's his 2 games. That's it.
Yeah.
He made 2 games.
Yep.
Damn.
He made a way out and he made
It
it
Takes
takes
Two.
2.
Yep.
Hey, A Way Out had a good story too.
Mm.
But
That's a good
like,
game.
I don't know, co-op only games to me definitely can't, to me, win Game of the Year because it wasn't. If you didn't have a homie who also owned the game,
Mhm.
you cannot play the game.
Yep. This is
So
true.
like,
Yeah. And they have to want to
Yeah.
play it at that time period, you know? People be
Yeah,
like,
so
I don't
you-
feel like right now, man.
So that's what he was trying
Yeah.
to do. Is he was trying to break the status quo, and he's going to prove to you. He was like, you will find a homie who wants to play this game.
you
Right
will
now.
find a homie.
You have to.
The
Yeah.
conclusion
Oscars,
was
you'll-
that we did not find a homie to play the game.
I don't know. To me, I was like, my Game of the Year, bro, was Ratchet and Clank because it's the only reason I want to buy PS5.
That game.
When I saw
was-
Ratchet and
I
Clank,
can't believe they didn't win a single thing.
Not a single
dude, it
thing.
didn't win
was
one
robbed.
award.
I was like, how do you
"What?"
not win Best Action Adventure Game?
Dude, I watch random people streams now, and they go, "Dude, I still need to go play Ratchet and Clank later." Randomly bringing it up. They were just like, "Yo, man, I still need to play Ratchet and Clank later." I watch old streams back in June when it came out. It came out in June, bro, and I thought it came out in January. So usually I'm like, oh, if a game comes out really early, it's not gonna win.
Yeah,
Like
because a
Valheim.
lot of people
Valheim didn't
stop
win.
talking about it. You know, it's not.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if Valheim came out in September with the same hype, it would have won. What like the co-op award or whatever
Yeah.
award it was,
Hmm.
right? But
Mm.
Valheim didn't win that category it was in because it came out back in like February. So many people were already over the hype of Valheim, but it was the biggest game for like 2-3 months. That's all people played and cared. I don't even like survival games at all, and I like Valheim. I sat there and played by myself, cutting trees down for motherfucking 8 hours.
Bro, I cut so many trees.
I
cut
was
so-
streaming,
bro,
run
I
away
was
from
running
giant
to a couch.
ogres chasing me and stuff, dude. I was like, what is happening in this?
Do you
It's
remember?
crazy.
I was on Junior's server that one time, and all I did, like, Junior went off to go get trees in there. He comes back. I had the biggest ditch around his face.
Oh my god.
I
Everybody
was like,
kept on
I can
dying,
keep things out.
including the
But-
players.
But like I didn't clear the top half. So on the top half, if you were running towards the base, it had this like brush. So and I forgot to cut those down. So anyone who would come in, I think we had like Spartan them and they just go in the dip. And I'm like, I forgot about that. My bad. You know.
You see like a bunch of tombstones like all in the ditch. It was great.
Oh, so you guys gotta.
I
Oh
didn't think
no.
about that. I didn't
Yeah.
think about it. So I was just like, ditch. I was like,
So you guys
I just
agree
remember.
that it deserves to win Game of the Year?
No. It took two.
It takes two.
I'm
I
looking
thought
at
it
the
was
other
a
ones
game.
again,
I don't think
and
it was a
Like
game.
so, there was Metroid Prime, Psychonauts 2. I personally think
Red.
that should have been replaced with
I don't know
Returnal.
how
I don't
that
know
was.
why the fuck Psychonauts
Oh.
2 was on there.
Oh, who the fuck played that?
I don't. That's. I looked at
I
that
didn't even
list
know
and
it
I was like,
existed.
I was
I
like,
thought
what
that was
is
a really good
Psychonauts 2? What is this?
I'm sorry, whoever made Psychonauts was double fine. You guys make great games, actually.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
But I literally
game
never
looks
heard of that
cool,
game until the
but-
Game Awards.
Mhm.
I did not know it came out this year, bro. I was like Psychonauts 2, and I looked everywhere, and like the reviews on Steam were like only 700 people reviewed the game or some shit. Let me look again.
like
I
I'm not
was
gonna
like,
lie.
who played
Like,
that?
I
Like,
thought
I
that game was
coulda-
old. I actually thought Psychonauts 2 was old.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
found out
I'm
it was
thinking
fresh.
the old release was the Psychonauts too, but
It
I
looks like
can
an
understand
old
like
game.
Village. I can
No,
understand
so
Village.
overall,
Yeah,
it's
like Village-
4,500 reviews.
Village, Ratchet and Clank, Metroid Dread, and Deathloop. For me, Deathloop's definitely not. For me, it was between Resident Evil Village and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been
100%.
Village,
Yep.
honestly.
I think Returnal should have been on there because Returnal was a freaking amazing. I didn't play it myself, but I watched a lot of friends play it. I
Mhm.
watched Junior play it. I watched a lot of people
That shit
play
was
it,
good.
and that game looked amazing. So I
Resident
is
Evil
go back to
Village
that.
so
has
surprised.
44,000 total reviews. Psychonauts 2 had 4,500.
That's what I'm saying,
and
man.
the
Sometimes
votes
the
are
Game Awards,
overwhelmingly
we got to
positive.
remember that like these votes are by critics. So like player vote, there's player votes, but Game of the Year isn't a player
Yeah,
vote.
player voice of the year was Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The one that was actually voted by the players.
Yeah.
It was like uncontested. Like it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
As soon as
Halo
I
just
saw
won by a
Halo
landslide.
Infinite on there, I was like, okay, yeah, Halo's gonna win that.
easy clap.
Yeah, I think on that list, I think for me it would have been, honestly, it would have been Ratchet and Clank, and that's not me being a Sony like fanboy. I like, dude, I still have the game to play. I haven't had the time to play it, but I've watched a lot of people play it, and like the animations and the combat and the storytelling, dude, like the music, it
They even did
looks
the portal mechanic,
amazing.
right? Yeah, I've never seen
Dude,
that.
like the seamless
you messed with the portal
transitions
mechanic.
of you going into different
Mhm.
dimensions and stuff was crazy. I was
sick.
like, holy shit.
I love watching people play it. And I had to stop watching people because I was like, I don't even want to spoil myself on this anymore because I actually just wanted to
Mhm.
play it.
That's same with me.
Right.
I was telling my chat, I was like, chat, if Psychonauts wins, I'm ending my stream. I'm ending my stream, and I'm never watching this ever again.
Like, hey, I would even give it to Metroid Dread at least because at least Metroid Dread revived the series for
Yeah.
everybody.
So
Like-
I think I know why Returnal didn't make it. Because it didn't get an 87.
On
Or 80.
Metacritic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
That's
single
what
one
I'm
of the other
saying.
ones
It's
has the
always
exact
by
same
critics.
score.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
always
that's good.
those Game of the Year is always voted by critics, so which is surprising to me that it didn't get higher than an 87.
Yeah. Returnal got 85.
Which is still really good.
Yeah. That's goddamn.
Right.
It's just off.
Wait,
by
no,
a few points.
Metroid Dread got on Metacritic. It got an 88. Metroid Dread.
Yeah, so it had higher than
no, they said-
87.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Metroid was there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
All
Like,
those
all the
games
games
on
that
there
made
have close
Yeah.
to 90, pretty much. On
It's like
Metacritic.
really weird.
Go look at
And then,
Psychonauts.
like,
I
That,
think
just
it's
a
like
few
the
more
highest
points,
one.
they would have been there.
not
Weird.
putting Returnal on there is splitting hairs.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Then the next one was best game direction. It was between Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal,
Yes.
Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet and Clank. But Deathloop won that one.
Bro, I was so mad, dude. I was watching.
That should have
people-
been Ratchet
I
and Clank.
actually watched somebody play for 9 hours straight on Deathloop from beginning to up to the 9-hour point, and you cannot play the fucking game if there's not someone else as the hunter on the other team.
That's so dog
You
shit.
can't play the. You can't play the fucking game. You have to queue into the mission to get someone else on the other team.
Like let me read to you the description of what best game direction means, right?
What?
Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Does Ratchet and Clank not have that?
At least they should have taken. Maybe
Deathloop
could
has
stay.
a good innovation, creative design though. If you think about it, like it's creative. Like you literally rewind time to like fix your mistakes.
I thought it had a good concept. It just was kind of terrible about how you had to do it because you had to have. If there's no one that's playing the game anymore, how are you supposed to play the game? You know,
You can't
like,
do it with
playing
bots?
the game anymore.
Like
I don't think so.
NPCs or anything?
Because he kept killing the enemy player. Like if you killed, I think if you're the hunter and you died 3 times or some shit, you just win.
Oh, I think we're actually
Or
gonna
I
be
think it
happy
was
about the
hunter
next one.
killed him.
I think it's time to call up that homie then. Yeah, I have to call
It's
that
just
baby.
called a homie.
Yeah, bro, you better get on that fucking
I gotta
game.
get on the fucking game right now. I gotta get that platinum trophy, bro.
Bruh. I swear to God.
It's one of the
Just get
fucking
over there,
trophies.
bro.
I'm missing it. Like, dude, one of the Final Fantasy trophies I'm never gonna be able to do now is the Comrades one. Final Fantasy 15 Comrades, the multiplayer.
Oh, is that shit
Ain't
done?
nobody fucking playing that shit anymore.
Yeah, anything co-op. You would have to have your homie hop on the
Yeah,
PlayStation.
like I'd have to have like 10 homies hop on the game and play. The next one is best narrative. Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Psychonauts 2. That one went to Marvel's
God
Guardians
they
of the
won.
Galaxy, and I was so
They
happy.
deserved it, bro.
Yeah, they did.
Dude, the seamlessly how they go back from his past and present and like how they do everything and how like you could open a crate, you could run off to the side to open a crate and the characters would dead ass roast you for doing that in
Yeah.
like their fashion,
I
their
love
same
that.
way of doing
It reminded me of
I think
Mass
they-
Effect a lot. Mass
Mhm.
Effect was like that, like Mass Effect
You
3.
could choose your own stories, yeah,
Mhm.
dude. If you chose to kill someone or chose to save someone or do anything, it would completely change the whole story, and I like that. I miss that in games, to be honest.
Wait, I'm looking at the next one. Oh, I just remembered how mad at this I got. Fucking Deathloop won best art direction? Art? There's literally a game on there called The Artful Escape.
I thought that was like wrong. That was wrong.
Yeah.
And go look at
Or-
that game.
or
The
even
art direction in
Psychonauts
that game is
too.
crazy. And how did you win that over Kenna? You guys watched me play that on stream.
Yeah.
Kenna is
Yeah,
literally a
that's
Pixar movie in game
Yeah,
format.
literally.
How did they
Even
win?
Ratchet and Clank looked like a Pixar movie.
My
It was
whole
like the
chat-
best thing you can get at Unreal 4.
My whole chat, like 80 to 100 people in there, were spamming. Oh, they spent
it,
money.
yeah.
They paid money to get that
Yeah.
award. I was like, you know
bro,
what?
I'm gonna put some of these pictures like in our thing real quick. Like, I just want you to look at this and tell me this wasn't amazing. This is in game, by the way.
In our project thing,
Yep.
Damn.
that's the Artful
that's
Escape,
not-
right?
How did
Yeah.
they
Yeah, I
lose?
remember watching Kind of Funny Games play this, right? They were playing this on their channel, and I was watching this, and I'm like, damn, this game's really like looks beautiful. I know.
And that
It just
didn't
makes
win-
no
yeah, I
sense to
don't-
me. That Deathloop.
Damn,
one,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Deathloop definitely like must pull some strings.
What's the art there? You're breaking glass
Bro.
and shooting people? Like, I don't understand, dude. I don't really.
I'm looking
Look at
at it
that.
right now. I need to look it up. Wow, holy.
Look at that.
Dude,
Bro, I bet
For
you
our
guys can start
audio
kicking
listeners, if you
tables
guys
over,
want
dude.
to see our reactions, you guys can join us on YouTube. Or all the links are down below, by the way. But yeah, these
I like this, like,
eventually we'll get it set up to
Nah,
where
I'm
like I'll
looking at
have
this,
scenes
they
set
lose,
up
they
where when
lose,
we
yeah.
want to show something to you guys, I can go to a different scene and show
Yeah.
you what we're looking at, etc. But for now, we're just making it, leaving it simple, see where things go. But
Like,
yeah, this
honestly, like Deathloop looked like a more spruced up
Fallout.
like Fallout.
Yeah.
Like that's
All out,
literally
dude,
Mhm.
yeah.
like if one of the viewer, like one of the players of Fallout modded the game and finished the game for Bethesda, and that's what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's fine.
literally. Like, some of these pictures look good, but artistic. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know about art direction.
The next one, best score and music. I call this as soon as I saw Nier on there. I was like, yeah, Nier's winning.
Yeah.
No, no way,
100%.
Nier don't win.
Dude, Guardians of the Galaxy's art or music was insane.
They
'Cause
it
this is
did.
sport
It had
music.
like 80s
Mhm.
rock
Art.
kind of, but the music on there wasn't original, right?
I guess, yeah.
It was like
So-
remixed.
Yeah, it was
They
like
use
remixed
remakes and
versions
stuff,
of
yeah.
like Led
And then-
Zeppelin and stuff like that.
And then Cyberpunk too. I mean, like even if you don't like the game, like the music
was
to me,
good.
Cyberpunk was the best part.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
Nah,
as soon as I saw Nier, I knew Nier was gonna win though because that like they literally made up their own language.
Yeah, that's
for,
true.
for their music. Like, and they have a, like an orchestra, and it's all original music. I was like, yeah, Nier 100% gonna win that. I use their soundtracks on like so many of my YouTube videos when I like want some background sound.
You know, it's hard to go against like music against like Nier or you know like games like
any
that.
Square Enix game. It's like hard to go against them in soundtrack.
Like music.
Nobu Uematsu is like a fucking god, dude.
He's just lording over everybody.
The Galaxy Square Enix, bro.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, no, Square Enix is like hard to beat in in a lot of categories, especially when it comes to music.
So pretty much the way you're looking at it is it's literally a face-off between the two Square Enix games.
Oh, dude, the next one confused the shit out of me too.
No, that makes sense. No.
You think so?
I'll explain it to you if you want. Go ahead, say it.
I mean, I think I know what you're gonna say, but like best audio design. I mean, I guess Forza wins that, but like I really thought Resident Evils were so good too for a horror game.
It was amazing, and Returnal was amazing too. It's nearly impossible to beat a car game.
Yeah, because you got the realistic sounds of the. Yeah.
It's all about.
I'm a car guy, and like, if I hear a car, I almost know exactly what car it is just from hearing it, from it starting up, from it driving, from it idling. Like you just know it. Yes. So when the game does that, like, how do you beat that?
Okay, so if we rev by his house, he'll know it was us.
Yeah, probably. That's why everybody also knew. Like my old car, rip the Evo. Everybody knew exactly when I was there. They're like, oh, Junior's here. Instant.
Then games for impact. As soon as I saw that, I knew that Life is Strange was gonna win that.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
That's a depressing ass game.
It is. Oh, yeah. It's like super.
As soon as I saw games for impact, I was like, yeah, no.
Wait, are you saying?
And that's what they wanted though.
Boyfriend, I saw that. I was talking to my chat. I'm like, nah, chat, it's Boyfriend Dungeon. It's gotta be that one.
Man,
I was like, I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to play that game now. What is that game?
It was Boyfriend Dungeon was like an inclusion, like it was definitely the LGBTQ plus.
Oh, okay.
Like
I mean,
game.
Life is Strange has a couple of LGBTQ things in there too, right?
Yeah, they both. They sure. You know.
Like Boyfriend Dungeon was like really leaning on it very hard because that's like the whole concept of it. But then like Life is Strange has it in there. Plus
Life is Strange gives you a choice. So.
Yeah, it's like the teenage angst the game.
And then the next one, me and Junior were happy about this one. Best
Let's
ongoing
go.
game, dude. Let's go, dude. If Genshin won that or Fortnite, I was gonna fucking riot.
I would have.
Genshin Impact should have won, bro.
Genshin? Oh, we didn't even talk about that yet. Hey guys, did you know that it's called Genshin Impact now, not Genshin? Okay, that is the new canon name for Genshin.
Genshin Impact.
It was confirmed. Like
it was best mobile game of the year, by the way. But if you guys missed the Game Awards, the announcer pretty much messed up the name, and now it's forever going to be the name. It's forever going to be Genshin Impact.
They changed the official Discord.
Wait, did they really? I'm still in it. Let me check.
Yeah, wow. If you go to the Teva chat, whatever, it'll say Genshin. In the Teva
it does. Oh shit! I didn't even noticed that. Oh, that's great, Genshin.
That's good. You know, they embrace the name. Like,
they're
ready for
awesome.
this. You know,
the Battle Royale fans.
Now if they can just give that.
They had their freaking in their chairs, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Apex Legends, Fortnite, and Call of Duty Warzone lost, and then all the crazy Genshin fans lost over Final Fantasy 14.
Everybody, even the Fortnite players, know that Fortnite is falling off.
Like
everybody is aware, so like they can't really be that mad.
I watched a YouTube video about it.
Warzone players are mad though. I've seen Warzone people mad on Twitter.
Man, Warzone's got to be
they boycotted the game.
They got fucking cheaters. Why would that be the best and fucking ongoing game? There's hackers everywhere.
I love getting cheated on.
Call of Duty fans love Call of Duty, even if it's a terrible Call of Duty, bro. That's just like how Call of Duty is.
I would have seen Apex Legends win over that fucking game. Apex Legends won last year, didn't they?
Well, they kind of weren't going to win anything.
Scum's been trying to quit Call of Duty for the last 6 years. Every year he's like, all right, if the next COD's trash, he goes, if the next COD's trash, I'm not signing to an org. And then as soon as like 2 weeks later, he signs to an org. And then after the game releases, I hate this game. What? Why is signing?
Yeah, I think Final Fantasy 14 definitely freaking deserved that, man. Like after all the like publicity that they got this year and how many people, bro, you can't even get in the game right now, like unless you wait an hour or two in queue because of how popular it is now. I think first week there was some people that had like 30,000 queue. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw so many posts of 20,000 queues. I'm like,
I think that was when
being on a streamer.
Let me get some.
You know that it wasn't even a streamer one. You know, I think it's in Primal. Tonberry. The Tonberry
Best
server.
Best community, by the way. Best community as well, by the way. They won the extra award. Remember?
So like the Tonberry, from what I heard from someone that was in Tonberry server, that whole data center crashed at the same time. So everyone tried logging back in at the same time, and that's why people had ridiculous like 60,000 queue, because literally everyone was trying to flood back into it. And that's when they ended up doing a major emergency maintenance that day. But that's I definitely think that they deserve to win ongoing, because
See, I was hoping it. I just didn't believe in the people for voting that one.
Me too.
I was just like, I need this. Like, I'm pretty sure this is. I mean, I haven't canceled my stuff for like almost 11 years now, just because it's like I'm like, it just deserves it. Here you go.
Like someone in my chat said, "Oh, Genshin Impact should win this." I was like, "Motherfucker, you got nothing for your 1-year anniversary." My developer for my game was crying because he had to delay it for 2 weeks. All right, shut the fuck up. We ain't the same.
We're built different, bro.
we ain't the same. All right.
No. Man, Apex Legends, like, it had to come up like this year. So, like, I thought I had a pretty good like chance.
I thought that was gonna win. I wanted 14. I'm like, 14 deserves it, but I thought Apex was gonna win.
Okay.
Apex has come a long way.
Apex is gonna win too, just because everybody. Dude, Nick March was on Apex.
Tim.
Everybody. Yeah.
Then next one is best indie game. I knew Kenna was gonna win this one.
Bro, if Kenna didn't win,
I was gonna be mad.
I was sitting there like, I was like, dude, it looks like a AAA. My friend thought it was a AAA.
Especially compared to the other games that it was paired with. I was like, I never heard of any of these games.
See, like Loop Hero is very solid. I know that I have heard of that one like a lot. So that was like the one contender. Like I thought, I was like, okay, I think Loop Hero.
Oh yeah, actually, wait, no, I saw 12 minutes. That's the one where you have 12 minutes to like choose the right options, or else you die and then go back in time, whatever.
Yeah, like roguelike. It's just, there's some good games on there. I just know like almost everybody that played Kenna was like, this is a first party, right?
Yeah, it felt like a AAA game, dude. It was literally Disney, Pixar, Dark Souls. That's the best way I can explain that game. It was amazing.
Oh, they did a great job. That's independent funding. That's insane.
I
don't even think they had a Kickstarter or anything.
Kina, if it was longer, to me, could have been game in a year. But how long was the gameplay again, right? Like 5 hours?
No. I got like 20 hours out of that game.
Really? To go to the end?
Yep. And I didn't even 100% it. I did have it on the hardest difficulty, though. So, I mean, there's puzzles in there that unless you look it up, you know, it takes you a while to figure out how to do some of the puzzles. Oh, then, of course, we got best mobile game. Well, we have
Genshin
a mobile
Impact.
Genshin Impact. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Wild Rift was gonna win that.
I actually,
or like Pokemon Unite or something, dude. I was surprised.
I didn't think Pokemon Unite was gonna win, because I'm gonna be honest, as much as it plays really good on mobile, I think more people play it on the Switch.
Yeah, that's true.
9 million downloads on mobile in literally 3 weeks.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah,
that's how crazy Unite was. Like, that was.
I feel like it fell off already.
For like 5 years. Kind of did. There's nothing new.
Yeah.
Streaming wise, yeah.
Besides, like, they've come out with new Pokemon, but like, bro, they need a new map.
I think if they scaled it like the League, it would have been better.
Oh, by the way, log into the game to get Tesserine for free.
Yep.
Right now.
That's that's actually.
Oh shit! I'll load my Switch later and do that.
I'm not gonna lie. You guys know I've done a review on the game and hyped the game up too. There's another game on there, Fantasian. I really wanted that game to win, because that was, dude, the nostalgia I got from playing that game was crazy. It was made by the creator of Final Fantasy, Hinagami Sakaguchi. Like, Sakaguchi was the creator of Fantasian, and it literally was like Final Fantasy X, but on a mobile format. Like, that, it has so many references to 10, and the graphics
are 10 or the creator of 1.
He's the creator of every Final Fantasy up until I think he stopped working on games after 8.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, once it got to 10, he helped working on it, but I think when 10 came out, he went and started his own company, Mistwalker, and then he created that game, got Lost Odyssey, and then Blue Dragon. You remember those games?
Blue Dragon was fun.
Blue Dragon was
cool
good.
anime.
Lost Odyssey is probably one of the best JRPGs I've ever played.
Wait, have you guys ever seen a Blue Dragon anime?
Lost Odyssey. This is when it takes like a whole hour to get into it, right? Like the entire tutorial thing.
Yep, I remember I showed you guys in Discord one day. Yeah, the guy is like literally 1,000 years old. He's immortal. and then he loses all his memory every time he dies and comes back to life. It's actually a crazy story. But yeah, he hasn't had like a banger come out since then. I really wish, I feel like that would have won Game of the Year if it was available on Google too, but it was only on Apple because Apple funded the game. So you could
And it was just Apple Arcade.
only Apple Arcade. So
Yeah.
you literally have to, I mean, it's only like a $4 subscription a month, and there's so many free subscriptions that they give out, I guess, if it's like your first month. So you could literally beat the game in a week and cancel your subscription, you know. But
Wait, I don't think Kenna is an indie game, bro.
really?
Yeah.
What?
It's not an indie
He has-
studio?
Sony funded the game.
Well, Sony helps a lot of indie studios. They
Like full funded that shit, bro.
oh damn, that's weird.
Like they give
Oh.
them all the development kits and everything.
That is pretty weird.
Sony got him, and then
Yeah,
It's
'cause
an
right
indie
here-
company.
like,
It's just Ember Lab and an Ember Lab LLC. That's all.
Yeah,
it
because they
says.
created Ember Lab. Yeah.
Then the
Like, I'm looking at it. Apparently, they paid for everything.
the next
They set 'em
one
up,
is
yeah.
best community support, and we already know who won that one too,
Mhm.
because you know my
Oh,
lead dev
Marvel
is better
Future
than yours.
Revolution, no.
See, I saw like
Yeah.
No Man's Sky like really.
I saw No Man's
Go for
Sky
that
and I
one.
was like,
Huh?
huh?
It makes sense. No,
The
Dude,
community
they go
is
hard.
like,
Yeah,
like
community
they're
is good.
really tight knit, but like when I
Do
think
they
of
carry that
community,
game, bro?
I don't just think of the players. I think of the company as well.
No, the company too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
seen what they did with the game, dude? No Man's Sky.
Did you see
is
what they
like
said
what
about the
it
game
should have
before it
been
came
now.
out, and then it came out and it
Yeah,
wasn't
but-
what they said?
Yeah.
Now, but now it's now
I'm
it's
the kind of person,
exactly
once
what
you
they
burn
said
me, that's
before
it.
now. Dude,
well,
I'm-
they burned
why
you,
the-
but
that's
then
why
they
the
resued you,
communities-
you know?
that's where the community support is so
Yeah.
good because they actually work with the community. The community makes like crazy mods for the game, or they make their own worlds in the game, or they do all this crazy stuff, and then they actually made like, dude, I would have thought they just dropped the whole thing. That's what I thought. That's what I would have done
Mm.
after that big of a fail. But dude, they added like co-op, multiple worlds, actual NPC story. Like, I was like, wow.
Yeah, they had the lotion ready. They knew they were ready for the comeback. So.
I thought it was
Fine.
going to be
Yeah.
between No Man's Sky and 14, but I had a feeling it was going to be 14 just because one, I part of the community, so I know how good it is. But two, what you even see it with big streamers, right? Like, how many streamers' lives have changed that like big streamers that
Mhm.
switched to that game that are like literally have said on their stream, I have never seen a community like this. This is the best community that I've ever met in gaming. Like Asmongold said that. Like he was literally a WoW streamer and people hated him in WoW. Then he goes to Final Fantasy and all these people are so happy that he's playing their game, right? And he's experiencing the game and they get to watch him experience it. Rich has literally broke down on stream and cried.
Crying, yeah.
Like saying that this game changed my life. Like I was gonna quit streaming, and then I thought I'm just gonna stream this game to like enjoy the story with some people, and ended up blowing him up. Zepla says the same thing. Like it's so many people that
Mhm.
their lives were just completely changed from switching the game. So I had a feeling they were gonna win.
I know a lot of friends that actually got married on Final Fantasy.
In
Like we had a
game?
whole party and everything on there. In game,
Yeah.
yeah. And in real life, obviously.
Oh wow.
But we had they would have those invitation parties or whatever. And there was only one that I missed because I totally that was when my subscription
They
expired.
got married during COVID or before even
But-
COVID didn't exist.
Before this was like before COVID. That was a couple
Oh
people.
wow.
Yeah. And then obviously COVID happened. But even then, like I'm pretty sure the marriage rates go up even more in Final Fantasy. Plus you get that ring and a mount and all
Mhm.
that cool marriage benefits in game. So
Bro, you know how many times I had one of my homies, he asked me, he's like, bro, could you just marry me in the game so I get
So
that
you get the
double
double
mount,
mount, yeah.
bro? Yo, he's like, I spent a white
said that
chocobo
to you
double
too.
mount.
I was just thinking like,
like,
what would
nah.
you tell the IRS? Like I got married in Final Fantasy 14, like not an actual.
Well, no,
court.
like-
No, they get married like in the game and they actually they have the ceremony in the game and they go to the courthouse and get married like actually.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of people I know that did that. It's like real crazy.
I was
I'm
thinking
like,
like,
alright.
what would the IRS say? The IRS would be like, oh, bet, dude, bet.
Yeah.
I play that
Yeah.
too.
And then you find out the guy at IRS is like, I got married to too. You know, Final Fantasy.
Not got married too.
And the
A
next
happy story.
one is innovation and accessibility. I kind of figured
Marvel.
Forza was gonna win that
The
one.
guy should have won. I'm sorry.
What?
They could take the best sound design, but you can change the entire gaming experience
Yeah,
before
but
you even go.
I
into
thought the
game
same.
of
I ended up
Marvel.
looking up. Forza goes out of their way to make it accessible for people that have extreme disabilities, like can't use their
Really?
hands. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they go like Xbox usually does. So that's why I was curious. I was like, I feel like they probably went out of their way. Like there's a dude that can play it with his mouth. Like he can play
Yeah.
the game with his mouth.
It's like, he had a whistle. It was
Mhm.
like real crazy. Like they made that game like hella
one-handed
accessible.
people, you know, they went crazy with the I actually follow somebody on TikTok that does that. He it's like a knob that he turns to turn, and then there's buttons that he can press to shift and brake and gas and stuff. Well, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Oh,
and they have the adaptive controller too.
Mm-hmm.
On the screen.
Oh, and the translator.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the big lady doing signing.
Mm-hmm.
Or the deaf people on there too. Oh, I didn't see that. Somebody signing on the screen.
Yeah.
Xbox usually does like go crazy for like that's like one of their things that they push all the time is pushing like accessibility for people with disabilities, and I think they do like donate a lot of money to the what's that new Gamers? Is it Gamers Outreach? That's
one of them.
That's the one where they donate like gaming stations to people that are hospitalized and, you know, in beds, right?
That's one of them, but it's also the I feel bad because I actually do this charity. I can't remember at the moment. It's like, I know it's blue and white.
Oh, you just did this.
Blue, white.
I just did it.
Isn't this something gamers with disabilities? Mental illness. Wasn't it mental illness or something like that you did?
Is it Gamers Without Borders?
No, not Gamers Without Borders. Extra Life.
Extra Life.
There you go.
I was going to say Extra Life, but that one was
I've been doing that for
popular.
like 6 years. Yeah. I am so sorry, Extra Life. Holy crap.
It's been hot,
Getting old.
You know, he's doing that thing where it's repeated over and over. You know, it's starting to fade in the back of his mind. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you get old.
Yep. I should have drank my energy drinks.
There you go. Get that G Fuel. The next one is Best VR/AR. As soon as I saw Resident Evil 4 on there, I was like, no shot that they don't win this.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen Resident Evil 4? It's insane on VR, dude. I almost bought a VR because of it.
I was oddly excited about Hitman 3, I'm not gonna lie. Just because I saw that, I was
3
like,
look
that
cool
sounds
too.
like fun.
Right?
Yeah.
It does. He's like snapping people's necks and sniping them
fucking
far away. Sounds getting that
Razor
razor wire around their neck sounds fun.
I'm so sorry. I was playing Hitman 3.
Oh my God.
Door, like, what the fuck is going on in here? And
This is why they tell you.
Dude, I have seen some crazy funny TikToks or shorts on YouTube of people playing VR and like a girl walking into her husband playing with the VR headset, and he's like literally holding a guy. She's like, I think I married a psychopath, and he's like holding a guy in a game and slamming his head against the concrete over and over and just punching him over and over again.
That was Hitman.
Was it Hitman?
Imagine
Yeah,
just,
and then he just yeets the guy off the
just walking the house. Like, what are you doing? You're like,
he was literally just like,
I mean,
That's
that can't
funny.
be as awkward as some other VRs, though. So, like, at least there's that, and you can clear that suspicion easily compared to the other VR games. So,
oh, by all the bodies in the ground, yeah, you'll definitely clear.
they're making like VR esports now. My friend's been playing like shooting games in there, and like
They've been doing it for a
like,
while.
all that.
Yeah.
I have a couple of friends in Florida. They actually do esports for this one VR shooter. I can't remember its name.
I
either.
get motion
But, like,
sickness. I can't do it.
it's pretty much like if you're playing Siege. But
I
VR.
feel like if you've had military training, you have such an advantage over people in shooters.
probably.
Yep.
Like, he's like, no. I mean, I know how to shoot guns, but
I got expert when I qualified in the military, but like a lot of people can't shoot like at all, and they don't get better.
that's really bad. You would
At least
think,
he have
huh?
a shooting experience.
Your
My
shot
friend
is
does the
different.
VR. My friend does the VR thing too, and he does he was in the military, so he's over there like straight up like he has
Like
his whole
fucking-
setup and
like
stuff,
Rainbow
and all
Six
his
Siege.
military friends and shit. Yeah, they're all like fucking going crazy in those
I think I
shooters.
just
dude. I'm
disconnected my
like,
mic. Dude. Oh my God.
Dude,
You're just like,
actually, though,
going around
since we're
the
on
corner.
that, though, like, can you imagine what Among Us VR is going to be capable of now?
You're
Like-
shanking your homies, dude.
Yeah,
Wasn't me.
You know, you're going to be around your
I'll
house.
fucking say shit.
Go on.
That wasn't me.
I don't know, man. Have you not seen how the monsters in Among Us eat the people? You're literally gonna be tugging everybody. Okay, it's a little different. It's like, oh, okay.
That,
Bringing people a good time. They're like, wait, hold on.
that Among Us VR looked really good. I might get a
That's
VR
funny.
just for that if it's for content purposes. I might do that. I can
wanna
just
get
write it
one,
off.
I think for my new.
I just want to get a
for the
VR
new place.
anyways because I always wanted to experience VR chat.
I just need to
like-
move in with Junior. I just need to move in with Junior, and we can just have a fucking VR room, and we can just sit there and
There you
do
go.
dumb shit
Oh,
over
man,
and over
dude.
again.
Yeah, I can't do a VR room. I can just do this. Like I don't have any space.
That's VR enough, though. Like, you know,
That's
especially
fair
Among
enough.
Us, you know? You'd be that guy, you're just in the vent, you'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to do the card swipe in VR.
Just like
Flip the card over.
I'm trying, bro.
Keep the card in. Motherfucker. Keep the card.
Come on. Dude, that actually be kind of scary, low key, because like, dude, when it pulls you around and it starts like eating you and stuff, dude, that actually be terrifying. To be
I
honest.
can hear the
Bro,
screams already.
The
Oh my
screeches, yeah, just like hitting the ground like.
And it'll be
So,
harder
hey,
for you
who
to
we
die because,
suspecting?
like,
I was
dude,
with
I
you
always
the whole
died.
time.
I either died at the start or like near the end. I hated dying early in that game, bro, because I'll be sitting there, but like, what the hell am I supposed to do now for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Like, just look at you
with your
guys.
headset on. Yeah, you just look
Like,
on.
what the hell?
Then the next category that we all been saying that this game deserved to be on Game of the Year, Returnal on Best Action Game.
Far Cry 6? Oh.
Yes.
I'm so glad that they won that. Far Cry 6. Far Cry 6 looks interesting. I'll probably play it once it gets on sale, just because I love I forget the name of that guy, but I love the Breaking Bad, so
Giancarlo
like
Esposito.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Giancarlo, yep. But yeah, I saw Returnal on there. I was like, dude, if Returnal doesn't win, I thought Back for Blood was gonna win for a second. I was like, please no.
Yeah, same.
I played Back for Blood,
like,
but
I actually
it
thought
wasn't a
was-
bad game though.
No. It wasn't. But I don't think they deserved it over Returnal. I mean, like Back for Blood was more of a co-op experience. Returnal was like crazy mechanics in that for a single player survival game.
I'm surprised Back 4 Blood didn't make it onto the multiplayer section.
Me too. I mean, there was
Actually.
other games on there that were probably a lot more popular than it was, but
Wait, which one's the best multiplayer section? Best ongoing game?
yeah.
Or no? Oh, okay.
Actually, did they have a legit multiplayer? Oh, the co-op
Yeah.
one.
It did.
Yeah, they had pretty much all
Oh,
Nintendo
okay.
games.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
Nintendo games. They had like Mario Party. I was like, man,
This
remember
is
them
the-
100 stars, bro?
This is the one where this category, I was confused about one of the games on there, and then I was confused about the game that won. Best
Best
action adventure, Metroid Prime. Isn't Metroid Prime considered a platformer? Kind
Ratchet and
of?
Clank should have won this. Ratchet and Clank should have won this. Bro.
I thought Ratchet and
As soon
Clank
as
should have
it
won
didn't
this.
Win this.
Ratchet
As soon as
Clank
it
was
didn't
Or
win
Guardians
this,
of the
I said it's not gonna
Galaxy.
win.
I thought one of
Oh,
the
yeah,
others
that-
should have won.
bro.
I thought it was gonna be
But-
that. And then I heard Metroid Dread, and I was like, huh?
Bro,
Well,
as
I mean,
soon
you
as
know,
Ratchet and Clank lost this one, I said they're not winning shit.
Dude, that's
you
what I'm
win.
saying. At
Oh.
least give this one to them, bro. They didn't win shit. Best
Yeah.
action adventure. That's literally the whole point of the fucking Ratchet
I
and
mean,
Clank.
like the guy said
And
when he
then
went up on stage though, he's like Metroid.
I
checks
see
all the boxes.
Resident Evil on here. I'm like, what the fuck? Resident Evil is a horror game. What?
I said,
Why
well,
doesn't
Ratchet
horror
and
have
Clank
its own genre?
with like 40 to
There's
60
only 2
hours
games.
of gameplay and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's
40 to
true.
60
Only like
hours if you're just trying to like kind of beat Ratchet and Clank or like not even like 100%ing. Metroid Dread beat it, and you could beat the motherfucker in 4 to 6 hours. I said a game you could beat in 4 to 6 hours, beat Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil Village, Marvel's Guardians of the like it beat all these, beat
Yeah.
Psychonauts 2, bruh.
Yeah.
Like,
Nobody even knew that game existed. And it still beat it. That's
I
crazy.
feel like Psychonauts 2 was just a fill-in. Nothing against the creators. Like, I feel like it was just
I
like,
don't think
we
the
got nothing
critics
else to
could
play.
have
Just
come up
fill
with
it in here.
anything, so.
I'm sorry, Double Five, man.
I mean,
And
they should've at least
hey,
put
my
Demon Slayer on
favorite
there,
one, my
possibly.
favorite one, best role-playing game. Yes, feels so good.
Oh, shit.
Tales of Arise, the game that this son bitch still hasn't finished. Jay Beezy, you know,
I
if that
still
doesn't give you
appreciate it.
incentive to finish the
Okay.
damn game, then I don't know what does, dude.
That did give me incentive to finish the game. Just yesterday, I put 1 more hour in.
Not gonna
All
lie,
I'm
me and
saying-
X-Ray actually played another good game on there, Scarlet Nexus.
Cyberpunk. Oh.
I didn't get to play
Dude,
that, but I heard. I saw you guys play.
Why? Let's talk about that for a second. Why the fuck is that on this list? What?
Nobody knows.
Bro, over all these other
Nobody.
RPGs that came out this year,
My
Cyberpunk
whole
got
chat
it.
was like, "How much did they pay to be on this list?" I was like,
patch
"I
that
don't
just
know."
It had to have been.
right? The patch
you
that
know
just fixed
what?
the game came out 2 weeks ago.
You know what it was?
Not even. I don't even think it came out 2 weeks ago.
Cyberpunk's on here
SMT5 was like
because
3
they
weeks.
knew that that they had the Matrix fucking reveal. So
Uh-huh.
just in case
Look,
they
Keanu
did
Reeves
walk
there,
and
yeah.
be like, hey man, we're gonna go like, hey, Keanu, guess what? You wanna come hang
My
out?
God.
That's what it was.
Keanu would know though.
I mean, like Shin Megami Tensei 5, Scarlet Nexus, Tales of Arise,
I'm
and
playing
Monster
Shin
Hunter Rise.
Megami Tensei 5 right
all-
now, and I'll tell you, it's a great game. It's a great role-playing game, but like, and when I think of role-playing game, I think of a bunch of aspects. I think of gameplay, voice acting, music, story. Like, story's the big thing for me for role-playing game. And SMT5, like, bro, I play that game and I don't even know what the story is. I'm just collecting demons like I'm playing Pokemon, and I'm just killing demons, and that's it. That's all I'm doing.
I
I
think
don't.
if you're looking
Makes sense.
story wise, like Scarlet Nexus and Tales of Arise.
Yeah.
Gameplay wise, Tales of Arise, Scarlet Nexus.
And the
Monster
reason I
Hunter
picked
Rise.
Tales of Rise over Scarlet Nexus is because me and X-Ray both had the same gripes about Scarlet
Oh,
Nexus.
yeah.
It's paced so poorly. Like the pacing of Scarlet Nexus is awful.
Like the story was fine, but then it's spread out between the two.
Yeah,
people.
the in-between stuff between the next chapters were
Oh, and then you do
boring.
like side stories.
Yeah, like the cafe meetups and stuff. I was like,
midget
dude.
Kid, the midget kid, you have to like help him work out. He's like, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You want to help me work out right now?
It was
Like we can go on
paced
this
so
workout
poorly.
adventure.
I didn't like it.
The other girl, hey, do you want me to pick out your plant?
I was so
Like,
glad
what?
Tales of Rise won. We got to get Junior to play now. Junior's didn't watch our streams because he was like, I don't want to spoil myself because it looks like something I would want to play.
I watched
Hey,
I
so
watched
as
all the
a player-
gameplay of Tales of Rise. Every time
The
you
cutscene.
guys literally got into cutscene, I literally turned off, and I was just like, all right, cool. The only thing I stayed because one time you're like, wait, this is Zoro's voice actor. You guys gotta see
The
this
fucking
ship
shipwright
captain.
guy.
I
Yeah.
was like, all right. So I seen that. That's it. But
I mean, that's
like
all you need.
besides that,
He even did the
Let it
oi oi. I was like, oh shit, because I had it in Japanese. I was like, bro.
A random character there.
Yep, he was a
Just throw up.
freaking. I mean, he was actually pretty important to the story, though. He drove the ship.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
He drove the
that was
story.
Zoro.
He drove, yeah.
He literally did drive the story. Yeah, actually.
And we got best fighting game. I knew Guilty Gear was gonna win this.
values bullshit blaze.
Dude,
Yes.
Nickelodeon All Stars was on there. I was dying,
Hey.
dude.
I'm over here as the only Nickelodeon. I'm just kidding.
I was dying. I was like, oh,
I was
extra.
the only Nickelodeon rep. And
I'm not gonna lie, Melty Blood looks really good, but it's not
Oh yeah.
as good as Guilty Gear.
Well,
It- the
it's
hype
too
died
niche.
off.
Yeah.
No, it's niche. It's like you're talking about like if you look at a crowd of 100 people, you're talking to like 3 people that actually play multi-blood.
Mhm.
Like when you go to any FGC event I've been to, yeah, I went to even CEO
There's, like-
Taco. There's like multi-blood's like very
Yeah,
niche.
Melty Blood is like a couple Japanese people, and then Spartan is sitting there. 'cause-
Spartan is somebody in our community. Somebody, for those of you listening, Spartan is a friend or viewer in our community that
He's a homie.
he's obsessed with Fate Go. So
Bro, he bought that game the second they were like, hey, they're putting Artoria in there. He's like, what?
yeah, oh, Saber's gonna be in the game. What?
He lost
Yeah,
his
did
stuff.
they even play it after that? Like,
He pretty
I
much
was gonna
streams
buy it,
Apex and
but-
freaking like FGO, and that's his whole life. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Demon
Oh, now-
Slayer
now
too.
he does
Demon
your
Slayer was
own
on that. Me and
If
X-Ray
it had
actually
a
liked
better
that a lot.
online- If it had a better online, to me, it would have been the best fighting game.
Demon
of the
Slayer,
year.
right?
I liked it more than Guilty
Yeah,
Gear, bro.
I liked
And
I
then
liked Demon
as
Slayer
soon
more
as
than
they
Guilty
play
Gear.
the online, and this is what I keep saying, like, dude, if a fighting game has bad online,
It's awful.
it's not a
Yeah.
good fighting
No
game.
one's
You
gonna
can't
play
play
fighting
it.
games anymore fucking local. Like no one does that anymore, especially with
Yeah.
COVID. If you
we had
do
our first event finally.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
if you don't have a
Like,
fighting game with a
wow.
good net code and like rollback,
Dude.
like it's why you even bother? I don't
Grand
understand.
Blue Fantasy Versus is one of the most beautiful things. I didn't even know how good the game looked till now, and the game's been out for
It's
a
so
year
good.
now.
Yeah, it's been a year
For an
and a half.
entire year.
Yeah.
A year and a half, and I didn't even know how good it looked because no one cared because you
The
couldn't play
online
online.
sucks. Yeah, online sucks.
Yeah,
And
it was
like I also think Demon Slayer's big issue was like PS4 30 FPS, PS5 60 FPS,
yeah,
PC uncapped FPS. So it's like, bruh, you clearly like, I mean, you don't have an advantage because there's no crossplay, which also ruined the game for me because like I couldn't play with my homies that were on. I got it on PlayStation because I love my trophies because I'm a freaking achievement whore, and I couldn't play with people on PC or other people that are playing on PS4.
I was gonna hook on my PS4, and then
Not to mention
I
there was
heard
cheaters.
about the 27-second delay too. Oh, and the cheaters, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
lag
27
switchers and
seconds
shit.
delay on your fucking controller.
Mm-hmm.
There was I think it was built-in delay with the PS4, which was like 7 to 8 frames of delay, and then you had the online delay, which is 7 or something. So you had
Oh,
like 14 up to 24 frames of delay.
The next
So when you hit the
category,
jump button, you just jump up.
the next
what?
category is gonna. It's actually really funny.
Uh,
How Nintendo gonna have a whole category set for them and they don't even win? There was 4 out of 5 games on there that were Nintendo family party games, and it takes 2 wins to.
That is that's
like,
a
I
Chad
don't
move right
understand
there,
how
bro.
Pokemon Snap lost. Okay.
Bro,
Pokemon
Pokemon
Snap.
Snap was literally gone like that. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
snap. That shit.
I
No
knew
one
it
gave
was
a
gonna
shit
be
about
the
that
name.
game.
It was gonna go away so fast. Like it wasn't bad, is just the same fucking game you played on the Nintendo 64 a long time ago. Like, why would I go and play that
I still
now?
don't
It's
think
just
that
making
It Takes
me
Two
a
deserve to
Pokemon.
win that one. Because when I think family game, I think like 4 people or
Mario
more.
Party Superstars,
Yeah,
bro.
like 4
You
people,
should
not
have won
2
that,
people.
sorry.
To me, 2 people is a
Straight
co-op experience, not a family
Like,
experience.
Super Mario 3D World was cool because of it was a great single player game, kind of like you could hang out with like every your boys just sit there and look how crazy Bowser is and stuff. But Mario Party Superstars was like it brought that OG love for Mario Party back for me, and like all of us are playing. You know, we got our money, our pockets
We
running
got
for
some
that one
funny
guy.
ass clips from that.
Yeah,
I thought I was gonna win 100
angles.
stars, and then Bowser ran my pocket and said "psych" and ran out. Dude.
Bro, I snapped everybody's ankles and her necks. Like the football field. I was like, hey,
that
guys.
was so stupid.
Dude, that was
I was
so
like,
dog
what?
shit.
Yeah,
hated
I
it.
got introduced to Mario Party at my friend's house. I went there for Thanksgiving, and they were like, "Hey, JB, you want to try Mario Party?" I'm like, "Oh, this is what Junior them played." I'm like, "Okay, let's go play."
Yeah.
I lost horribly the first time around,
Bro,
but like the second time around, I just
Oh, there was a best
Wait,
multiplayer
where?
category.
Oh, it was right
To kind of like speed through these a little bit, because all 4 of us here, we don't really care for sim strategy games, right?
Hey, I actually play a lot of Age of Empires.
I used to.
Cool.
I used to play a lot.
Age of Empires is the only
When
thing
I saw
I
Age of
played.
Empires on there, I said Age of Empires winning
Yes,
hands down.
GG. Yeah.
yeah, I called Age of Empires.
That was best sim strategy, best racing. I mean, Forza was on there. I liked
never
Riders
raced
Republic, but
Riders
man,
Republic to me was my favorite, but I mean Forza
Yeah.
like
the
is
best
gonna win.
racing. Yeah,
It was
I think
hype.
Forza's
Yeah.
just gonna always get rewards.
Forza Horizon 5 is
I'm
Riders
actually
Republic's hard.
surprised FIFA didn't win that.
I'm
Because
happy.
FIFA, yeah, I'm happy they didn't either. But FIFA is like
I'm German,
really
and
popular.
I'm happy
Yeah.
FIFA didn't win.
I'm just
I
surprised
don't
how well
want
the
FIFA
Leash
to
didn't win,
win.
I
bro.
love soccer.
Right.
Then best multiplayer. There's a game on here that X-Ray actually competed in, Knockout City.
Knockout City.
But you know what won that?
EA gave
It
a
Takes
fuck about
Two.
that. It would have won.
No, you know what stressed me out, bro? You remember that time when every single human stopped doing everything and only played
Oh.
Valheim?
This is it.
You remember
This is
that time?
the
Yeah,
category.
I don't understand
That
why
made no sense.
Valheim's
For
not
2
on here,
months.
but Knockout City is. I'm so no offense, but like
No, no,
Knockout City
Valheim is
died.
here.
Is
On
it?
both
Oh, it
multiplayer.
is on
But-
here. Okay.
Yeah, Valheim's on there. Nobody. It didn't
Yeah.
Oh,
win
this
it.
is the first category that has 6 games. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't win.
I don't understand
It
how
did- no,
Valheim
Knockout City,
or Back for Blood
Knockout
didn't
City
win.
died. Back for Blood hype died. Knockout City died.
New World
but
died.
Back for Blood was whatever. New
I
World
thought
died.
Monster Hunter Rise or Valheim was gonna win.
Yeah, I'm surprised Monster Hunter Rise didn't win.
Then
Dude,
it takes
people-
2, and I'm like, bro, what? It's all the casuals
paid
that
for
vote
that.
for this shit, dude.
Somebody be like up
No,
there.
somebody pay for It Takes
Fuck
Two
the
here, bro.
Oscars, dude.
No way Monster Hunter Rise lost, or Valheim even. But like Monster Hunter Rise, people are still playing Monster Hunter Rise like crazy. The new
still-
expansion's coming out.
We're still playing
Yeah.
Generations, bro.
Wait,
Yeah,
didn't we
Monster
already have
Hunter
a best?
doesn't die.
Didn't we already have a best indie? Apparently, there's a best debut indie, and Ken is on there too. I thought we already had best indie game. Oh, the last one is best
Yeah.
debut indie, and it's Kenna
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
over Valheim.
And Valheim didn't win that one either.
Nope.
Valheim just is. They were able to get their name on there. They just weren't able to. Push
Oh,
for the...
this is a good topic
award.
for the close out the portion of Game of the Year thing before we move on to the next stuff. Most anticipated game,
Breath of the Wild.
dude. For me, it was Breath of the Wild or God of War. I really like Elden Ring, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Elden Ring's not gonna be a game where I'm gonna sit there and play it in all its entirety in 1 week. But like Breath of the Wild and God of War, you bet your ass in like 2 days I'm gonna have 72 hours, and 72 hours don't even exist in 2 days. But I'm gonna have it somehow.
See, the
Personally, for
listeners can't
me,
see this, but
God
uh,
of War. Yep.
Oh yeah.
God of War controller.
That's the games
Yeah,
for
the
me,
listeners
even
can
though I
feel it.
know they're buggy as fuck, they're single player games for me. I can play for countless hours.
Mhm.
Me and my brother have played all of them for countless hours. My brother still like he borrowed my PS4 to play Fallout 4, and he just sat there playing it for
Mhm.
hours. And like Starfield is the first time that they're doing something different. Apparently, they wanted to make Starfield since 20 years ago. Like they literally said, like when they made the studio, he told all his workers, "We're gonna make a sci-fi based like space game exploration, and like Fallout style, like like apocalyptic, and then Skyrim style." So those are the 3 things he started with.
Isn't that the game though that has literally been in Kickstarter, or the?
Starfield,
No,
no.
no, I'm thinking of a
that's
different
Star
one, right?
Citizen.
That's Star
We're
Citizen.
talking about
That's-
Game
that's-
Citizen.
I was about to say
Yeah.
because
But-
Star
okay, but this
Citizen's
one-
been in freaking
He-
Kickstarter for what, like 10 years or some shit like that?
I think it's called
He
Scam
explained this,
Citizen.
right?
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah,
and it's
pretty much.
still
You can
not.
play it. You could play it, but yeah, it's not
Hey,
finished.
I
at all.
got my copy for free, so I don't need to worry about
Yeah,
getting
somebody-
scammed.
But
It got scammed
Starfield,
for
like
you.
you can go from
Yeah,
planet
they got
to
scammed
planet,
for me, but at
and
least I get access to the game forever.
it's
so-
more
true.
it's a more linear game. Like that's what he said.
Yeah.
Starfield's gonna be more. So I mean, it's not gonna be like Fallout where you're walking around the whole fucking planet, and then it takes you 13 hours to get around one planet, and then you got to go to the next one. Like it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like what's that other game that made Fallout New Vegas and they made that new one, Outer World.
Outer World, yep.
Outer World. So they wanted to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. I liked that.
Outer World is a good ass game.
Yeah, that's how I was.
Better- it's a better Fallout than
It's better
Fallout
than
is.
Fallout. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same. They made New Vegas. It's the same team.
For me,
Yep.
definitely Breath of the Wild and God of War. I mean, God of War. Boy! Come here, boy. I can't wait to start hearing him say that again, dude.
Yo, if they said that in Breath of the Wild,
I can't wait to smack the shit out of Atreus because I hope that's a feature because he needs to get the shit.
Yep, he does.
I know this is going to sound
That's right.
crazy. I never played Breath of the Wild.
Bruh.
You missing
I
out.
gotta get you on that.
I
dude.
have the physical copy. You want me to send it to you, dude?
Even I played it.
Holy
X-Ray,
shit. I'm dead ass.
You gotta go through that.
I'm dead
I'll probably
ass.
buy it
I don't
because
want to
now
touch
the
it
new one
anymore. I've fucking put hundreds of hours in that game. I don't need it anymore.
I
That's
just need
actually
to
why I
buy
got
a
my
bigger
Yeah,
Xbox for
that's the
my-
only physical copy you own, isn't it? Junior, you're getting the same
It's my
shit.
day one game, bro.
Yeah,
I
same.
just, I literally got my
I mean,
Switch with it.
my Switch is the Smash Brothers edition. Can't even see it, right?
No.
I'm trying to like.
You blend
Yeah,
it,
you
bro.
can see that.
Dude, you gotta play it. Breath of the Wild is fun. Let me put it this way, right? Once you receive that in the mail and I send it to you, we're not gonna hear from you for like a week,
All right.
probably. I bet you
I've
any
seen
money.
people play
You
it,
know
and
how
it
you
looks
felt when you
so
first played
fun.
Genshin, and you're like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, oh shiny thing there, oh," and you get so distracted. It's
The only
literally
reason I
that
stopped
all the time.
was it was time gated on Genshin, but I loved everything about Genshin,
Yeah, no,
and that's what I heard. It was like mobile Breath of the Wild. That's
Yep.
what yeah.
That's why a lot of people compare it to.
I love the puzzles in Breath of the Wild. I actually had so much fun going to the those tower things.
I
That
like
was my
watching the people do the crazy shit in Breath of the Wild, where he's like, "All right, I'm gonna launch myself here, go boom, hit,
Dude,
and then they're
those
like,
That's my
those
last
channels
stream,
are
actually.
fun as hell to watch. I follow a lot of channels like that on TikTok.
That was my
Bro,
last Breath of the Wild stream. Was literally I learned how to do shield bouncing.
The shield
so
bounce
like I
is
literally
fun.
jumped across the map, like literally
That's
200 feet,
crazy.
just straight up into
The
straight up
shield
into the
bounce
air.
is fun.
Like
So
I can't even
great.
imagine what you're gonna be able to do in the new one. That's
Right?
I like watching that.
There's a lot of
I
new
don't-
stuff
don't
too
get
that
me
they showed in
started.
that trailer. Yeah.
This game came out 4.5 years ago, and
Yeah.
like literally, I think last month they found
was
another
hardcore.
new thing to do.
Yeah.
Like there's new stuff
And
constant because the
Wow.
It's
physics are so
still,
insane.
in my opinion, the best looking Nintendo game that they've made still on the Switch.
Is all that because of
And then
buzz,
Pokemon
or it
Arceus is
because
coming
of,
out, and it looks
no.
like dog shit compared
actual
to.
Nintendo mechanics?
No, it's like this is like it's one of those games where the physics is so like rigidly bound and works perfectly always that all these things can happen because the
Ooh.
physics are
The
perfect.
ragdoll effect on the enemies are so good too.
crazy.
Like, it's so good.
Mm.
It's amazing. That's why you can do so much crazy stuff. That's why like it plays like Dark Souls and I'm gonna end up talking like 2 hours about this shit. I played 245,
Okay. All right, then
245 hours of Breath of
I'll-
the Wild.
I'll move on to like the last portion of the game awards thing. Okay, what
Yeah.
is X-Ray? You go first. What is, if it wasn't on the list of game of the year, right? If your favorite game wasn't on there, what was your favorite game of the year this year? Doesn't matter if
Oh,
it was
my favorite game of
nominated
the
or
year?
not. Yeah.
Lost Ark.
Okay.
I've never played after playing Lost Ark. I was like, oh my.
I mean, yeah. I
freaking
mean, you
goodness.
did play the
How have
full
I
access
never-
beta, so yeah, I guess that counts.
Well,
yeah.
even that, but even when I was playing the Russian version with
Oh, that's right. You
butchered
did play the
English
Russian version.
and everything, I was literally sitting there and going through camp like different like parts of the
I
story,
remember
like
watching,
different main
yeah.
arcs and stuff, and I was like, what the actual like, dude? I was getting hyped. I didn't even know what the motherfucker was saying.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, broken English. I'm kind of reading it. I'm kind of getting the gist of the story. But I was like, dude, it literally felt like I was playing Lord of the Rings, the MMO. That wasn't garbage like the older one. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like to me. I was
Awesome.
like, wow.
What about you, JBZ? I mean, I know you
I
probably
was
didn't
like-
finish any of the games you're gonna say, but
No, but I'm actually 100 on board with X-Ray. Like,
and
in
by the
terms
way, it
of,
doesn't have to be a
MMO.
single player game. It could be an MMO. It could be
No, yeah, that's what I
multiplayer,
meant
whatever,
is,
mobile game, whatever.
In terms of capturing me this time around, that like comes to my brain, and you know how my brain works. But
Mhm.
like the one, the one game that like stuck with my mind and is still sticking there, and it's just constantly like, oh, I actually want to invest in this and grind this out is Lost Ark. Like I first, I think it was X-Ray that actually told me about it, and I was like, oh, what is it? I look into it, and then of course, like solidified it with Smilegate. that just like so I was like, no way. And they're like, yeah, same company. I was like, and so I
Yeah,
like
when you guys
looked at
brought
it
up
and
Epic
I
7 to
play
me,
it.
I was like, wait, isn't that the same company?
Yep.
Yeah, and then I look at the classes and then of course the sorcerer now coming out, and I was just like, I want to grind this game,
The
like,
only MMO
and
I
it's
gave a
playable
fuck about the
forever.
story, dude.
So yeah, it's
Like,
also free to play, not because I'm stingy,
oh,
but
the
it is free
sorcerer.
to play. So
What about you, Junior?
You know, it was Outriders.
Outriders was really
Really?
good.
really,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No,
It was
I
really
mean,
good.
like,
It was really good when it worked. Honestly,
when it worked, it was
Yeah,
amazing.
when
if
it
that
worked,
game
it
didn't
was a
have
beautiful
issues, I
game.
stopped playing it because I was like, I'm fucking over
Yeah.
this. It probably would have been one of my favorite games of the year because it was so fucking good.
Bro,
when it worked.
if I didn't have the chance to lose all my progress because I played with my friend, would have been my game of the year.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
the
to be
worst part.
fair.
The game would crash you,
Yeah.
and then you would go back into
you
the
just
game. It was
lost
like, hey, you
everything.
remember the 5 quests you just did? Go fucking do them again. I was like, bruh.
Or no, my friend played co-op one time. He lost everything. He had
it's
no
fucking
characters on his
bullshit.
account
So
anymore.
stupid.
Yeah, funny enough,
wild.
me and Junior actually like the whole time as this is all going on, me and him were like
Yeah.
doing co-streaming and everything. We're playing the game. We're like, wow, we're having fun. We're doing builds and everything. And all this news is crossing our ears, but none of it, like we kept all our progress. We kept playing the game. We got to
That's
like we were
wild.
on the final boss or something. And yeah, we didn't lose anything. But we
I
were just
would've
like,
risked
wow,
Some
this game was
bitches.
fun.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So wait. So what is what is your actual
I don't
favorite
know.
game without memeing that?
Okay, so like I think the favorite game, it's really hard because like I really loved Village. I love Returnal so much. That shit was so good.
Village and Returnal are a good choice.
But Final Fantasy IV got released in Pixel Remastered this year, and that's one of my favorite all-time games.
He beat that in 2 streams, by the way, chat.
Yeah.
And it was taking my
One
time.
day he literally streamed for like 14 hours.
Ah,
So I believe
I beat the game in 7 hours, bro.
Yeah.
It was like 8. It was like 8 hours, something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think it might have to be that. If I was like gonna go for like any game, it might be Final Fantasy IV. Like, if it has to be a new game,
I mean, technically it's a new game for you because you never played
yeah.
it. It doesn't have to be a new game, just whatever game you played this year that was your favorite.
All I'll say, I was like, I played Final Fantasy IV so a lot of times, bro.
And you never played,
But,
that was the one that one and 6 you never played before, right? You said?
No, I never played 5 and 6.
5
I
and
played
6, okay.
But 4 is the one that I was just like, I was happy just to see play it again, like remastered, and it was amazing.
I'm very excited for 6. 6 is the one I've been looking forward to the most.
I'm kind of
That was
like
out
actually
already.
reviewing all the games that kind of came out right now, like actually, and I'm like looking at them like the only ones that really stick out was literally just Returnal and freaking Village. Like those were probably my favorite games I played this year that were brand new.
Okay.
Those were amazing.
Awesome.
That's it.
For me,
And you know,
you guys already know what I'm going to say.
Uh,
Final 14.
You know what? I haven't finished it yet, so I can't say that, but it's getting there. Like,
Yeah.
but it was definitely for me. It was Tales of Arise, but Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
100%.
14 is like very close second. But Tales of Arise for me, bro, I literally cried at the end of that game. I was like, bro, they all watched
if it
me. on
wasn't for
shit.
Lost Ark, Tales of Arise would be
Yeah.
my favorite game of the year.
Like
Like
'cause
I straight up cried had that on the second arc of the game.
I played that
and then-
game on the hardest difficulty. I platinumed it. I did all the side quests. I did literally everything in that game. And usually with most JRPGs, you get kind of bored after a while doing that because a lot of sometimes the side quests are boring or it feels like, like a chore to do it. But like everything in that game just felt so fun. Even the side quests, you're unlocking these new artifacts that give you different passives, like cheaper stuff in the shops or more XP, more ability slots, stuff like that. So like every time you did something, it felt like you were rewarded for it. Every single time you did a side quest or found something new in the map or were farming materials, the voice acting, the story, the music was fucking top tier. It was definitely my favorite game this year. But I will say 14 is definitely like right there with it. So I'm playing through Shadowbringers right now, and y'all weren't kidding about Shadowbringers.
Told you were Shadowbringers amazing.
Like
but
my last stream, I literally
it.
cried. On my
I
last
had to say Valheim actually. No, never mind.
Oh yeah, you did play
forgot.
Valheim.
You guys, I just remembered. I was like, wait a minute. You guys remember that time where I stopped streaming? I stopped doing everything. I literally like life ended for a little bit.
Yep.
Like people were
I remember.
texting me
I was like, damn, where'd this
literally
shit go?
18 hours a day.
Yeah.
I was playing. I have to like had to reevaluate everything. I was looking at the games like, yeah, this game is awesome. I'm like, the world lost me for a minute.
Yeah, I remember asking him like, damn, where's Junior been? Valheim.
Like, yeah.
Hey,
I
he
want to play it
actually got to
now.
experience the isekai for once. Like,
I always forget that came out this year, to be honest.
Yeah.
That
I
is
can think about it again. I
wild.
was like, bro, yeah. And I was raving about Valheim the whole time we've been doing this podcast. Like, I was like, yo,
Mhm.
Valheim, like, da,
Yeah,
da, da.
yeah.
I'm thinking about,
It-
like,
It goes back to the thing we were talking about
earlier.
earlier. He kept mentioning it over and over and over. It just
He was- We literally just
Our
got done
brain-
talking about how people forgot about the game, so that's
And
why.
then you
ruined
forgot about it.
This is the only the Valheim effect. What the hell?
So, guys, that is our favorite games of all time and what our thoughts were on the Game Awards. We will be doing another stream similar to this, or a video and or podcast similar to this on, maybe what we're excited for next year. That'll be on a different show. But I think I want to transition the next part of this podcast to because we all play mobile games. If you guys aren't aware, we all pretty much play gacha games or mobile games. A lot of us do content on them, or used to. I don't do it as much anymore, but I know Junior still plays a lot of gacha games. So does X-Ray and JBZ.
You guys have phones?
Yep. You
Yeah,
guys don't have
phones?
phones?
I'm playing right now.
Like I've been playing Epic 7.
This is all 5 stars.
I've been playing Epic 7. So if you guys do
The
not
first yellows?
enjoy mobile games and you're not here for that, I totally understand. But we're gonna just pretty much talk about a couple of mobile games that got announced this year, or we're anticipating, and we're excited for. And we're gonna talk about some news about mobile games because some of them are really good this year. Like the Shaman King one that just came out in JP, and also global, but in Japanese. I'm so confused why it came out
Apparently,
global.
global is on the 15th for iOS stores.
Yeah,
and
it's so
I don't know how
weird.
they're doing it.
I'm thinking it's going to be a patch that
think so,
maybe
too.
will,
Yeah.
because Grand Blue Fantasy I think did that.
Mhm.
Grand Blue Fantasy added a translation patch into it because they did
English,
not
right?
think it was worth.
And it gave they didn't think it was worth
Well,
just
they did
making
like
a whole new
5
version.
It was like 3 languages, 4
Yeah,
languages.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they might do that for the global version too, or that version. They
so.
might just add a English patch and maybe like the popular languages, French, German.
I was thinking also, well, with the mobile games too, they're gonna get more popular because it's gonna be on PC.
Yeah.
Google Play's gonna be on.
Oh,
PC
that's
for
one
everybody.
thing we didn't
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
from
yeah.
the. I almost
Yeah,
forgot
from
about
the Game
that.
Awards.
Yeah, during
Yeah.
the Game
That's
Awards, there was
great.
a video a trailer that they showed that Google Play services will now be available. Not now, but in
I can't wait.
2022, you will be able to play Google Play games that are on your phone, Android games, on your PC. So if you like playing Call of Duty Mobile, we don't know if those will be on there. I assume they're probably going to try to put some kind of block on those, like competitive shooters on mobile, to try and not give people an unfair advantage. Because I mean, let's be real. I got a 2080 Ti. Junior's got a 3080. Like
3090.
3090. Yeah. Yeah. So like we are 100% gonna have an advantage over somebody on a freaking iPhone 9. Okay. Like so I have a feeling they're probably gonna block some games on there. Yeah.
I mean, they know already. I mean, they'll allow it. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to think. I know a lot of other mobile games that have esports. They'll allow you to play on emulators because they can't really stop you.
Let me rephrase it.
When you go to a LAN,
First
you
Soldier
have to use a phone.
isn't gonna let us play on fucking.
Oh yeah.
I should have asked him about that.
I
Actually.
did, but he's on
Yeah.
vacation. He's off the weekend, so I messaged Evan from staff, so he'll
You
message
almost
me
had me
tomorrow
scared there.
morning.
You said
I
on
thought,
vacation.
so I
I
thought
was
when
like,
Final Fantasy First Soldier, I was in your stream. I thought the dev came into your stream and was wondering why Nox stopped working all of a sudden, or is he saying that on purpose? Like, oh,
He asked me if it still works. I told him no. He is one of the, I guess it's safe to say on here, he is one of the people where he's like, I really think that it should work on here. And I, like,
Yeah,
he pushes it. Like, he even messaged me and Blitz separately. And he's like, I really enjoyed your guys' videos on the emulator. I also am one of the people that believe that this should work on emulator. And what both you guys said is true. Genshin Impact and Fortnite would not be the $1 billion, $1 million successes that it is today if it didn't have multiple platforms. And I was like,
mobile on Fortnite, honestly, to me isn't that big, but like it's still big enough where like,
but kids
just
play on tablets, right?
It pushed iPhone, or it pushed Samsung Galaxy 10 phone sales.
Yep.
Like you got a Galaxy skin
because
if you
of the
bought
skin,
the
though.
phone.
Yeah,
actually,
that was insane.
$1,000 skin, bro.
So it's like mobile, like with like Pokemon Unite, like 8 million accounts or
9
something.
million, yeah.
But like, if it wasn't on Switch, how the hell do you stream it for the normal person? Oh, I gotta buy an adapter, then I gotta buy Elgato, then
And
I
that's
gotta
the
buy
problem.
this, and
And
then
that's the problem that me and
yeah,
Junior have been having doing First Soldier. I think Junior's done like 2 or 3 streams, and he's like, this is
It's not
really
fun.
annoying to set up, and I agree. I've done a bunch of streams,
mhm.
because me and Junior are both ambassadors for the game, but it's just streaming it looking at a tiny ass screen and not
Yeah,
being
like,
able to look at
you're
your
doing
monitor
the-
because it doesn't sync well with your monitor because of the adapter. I don't fucking know, man. I spent so much money on an adapter, but I am not about to spend $200 on a mini PC to be able to stream this game correctly. So unless the Square Enix wants to buy it for me, but
yeah.
Square Enix, if you're watching,
Look it up.
And then
hit
like
me up.
things like
Hit us up.
like things that work 100% is like Shaman King, One Piece Fighting Path, which is another
FGO.
insane
That's-
fighting game.
You know what
now.
I'm most excited for about the Google Play stuff coming to PC is like
Action mobile games.
the action games.
Yes,
So like
that's
MHA,
actually- Wow.
games like MHA, the strongest hero.
So, Punishing Gray Raven would be great.
Punishing Gray Raven would be amazing.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Except
Dude,
I
wait.
Like, update because Homegirl's
And they
in the
can finally
game.
I
on my
got
home
shit on by that community, so I no longer play that game.
Oh, never
Dude,
mind.
now
Yeah.
you
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
need 50
You remember
billion
about the
emulators.
skin? People were
No.
dead ass defending the fact that
White
you
knighting that
had to
company.
spend $100 to get the new skin.
Oh,
And I'm like, why would they
Yeah.
put the skin in a gotcha thing when you could just give it to me for $20 or $30 and I could just buy it? Why are you giving me
Mm.
gotcha to get the fucking skin?
And
You're
you had
like,
to pay
oh,
for it.
but you get so much stuff from spending.
Does-
I don't want to spend $100 on that. I don't need
Does
this
Epic
stuff.
7 do that?
I just
Does Epic 7 do that?
no.
No, you just
You
buy
want
what
the
you
skin?
want.
It's $20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Epic 7 is probably okay. So I'm gonna put this out there. Epic 7 is probably the most solid gacha game all around, like period.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, like
Okay.
at this time period in 2021, like I think the most like safe bet. If you're like, man, I don't know if I should invest in any of mobile games I'm playing.
Default
Epic
is pretty
7
good,
the
but
best
it's
one.
It
dated.
looks fun too.
Default
Yeah.
is really free to play friendly,
Mhm.
but it's dated for me. It's almost 6. The JP version's been out for 6 years. I'm waiting for Ever
Yeah.
Crisis.
But there's no need to even spend in default though. Like
No,
unless wanna
you
get
don't have to
skins.
spend literally unless you
No.
want the skin. Like I barely play the game anymore, but I saw the Jet skin,
Mm.
and I was like, instant cop. It's literally a skin of him when he turned into the final Aeon. I was like, yeah, I'm buying that. But,
I'm just happy I got Junior to play just even a little bit of Grand Summoners after I've been like playing that for years.
Bro,
Like,
like,
I
I'm
always
not
talk
gonna
about
lie.
it.
It's just a
Discord.
collab.
The game's
They usually
pretty
show the
decent.
collab.
they do
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
anime
yeah.
collabs.
You told
Yeah,
me
they have a lot
you
of
told me
collabs.
Shaman Kings in the. I remember seeing the Shaman King.
That was
in the
got us
game.
into
I was
it.
like, "Yo, JB's, I heard you've been playing the
We-
Grand Summoner. Let me help me.
Yeah,
I need to
that's
get.
how,
I
that's
need
how
to
it
get.
starts. It's all the collabs. Like you just find the collab that
Shaman
because
King
they
was
get
coming
so
up,
much
and
deals.
Rising Shield Hero was in the game, and I was like, "Wait, Rising a Shield Hero?" As soon as
Yeah.
you said that one, I was like, "Hold on now." Like,
Yeah.
get
And,
him up.
and out of all the other gotcha games, they are guaranteed to rerun their banners over and over. And there's this
Yeah.
huge period, like the current banner going on for Tensei is going till January 20. They give you like a month's plus worth of time for these banners
Bro,
instead
I
of
don't
just so
understand
short.
why Japan
The jobless
doesn't do this
reincarnation
more often, though.
Wasn't there?
With like collabs,
Hmm?
where like some games they want to stick to their shit, like
Mhm.
Dokkan or Bleach or whatever. Like if it's
Yeah.
not Bleach or Dokkan or whatever related, they don't want it in their game. And I'm like, but that's what, like, how else are you gonna bring? Not everybody's a Dragon Ball fan. Not everybody's a Bleach fan. Like
Yep.
Burn the Witch only had 3 episodes. You can't keep rerunning Bleach or Burn the Witch. How many
Yeah.
characters is there in Burn the Witch?
Yeah.
Like, they already got 3 characters. Like there's no one else.
I think
Like-
one of the ones I'm most excited for that's coming out is besides Shaman King, Tactile P Destiny look really good. But
Girls
I wanna see
Frontline
gameplay on
2.
it.
but dude, I feel like
Yes.
that's not gonna come out until the end of next year, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
I want it
Give
to come
me.
out soon, but dude, oh my,
Now.
I need it now. That and
I didn't-
Tower of Fantasy, which is already out
Oh,
in
yeah.
Oh
China.
yeah.
China.
If it wasn't for the stupid China laws on like, having to use now a Chinese ID to prove that you're older than 18 so you don't play for more than 3 hours, it's so fucking annoying now to actually make a Chinese account. I have a China account, but I can't because I don't have a China ID unless I go to some website and make a fake one, but it's such a process. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think when that game comes out, it's going to be a Genshin killer.
Yeah, I just think because it's an MMO, and there's actual more co-op aspects.
And you don't have to pull characters. You pull for weapons, and you customize your character however you want. And you can actually farm gear from bosses, not like fucking Genshin. I'm pretty sure the Tower of Fantasy stuff is like skins. I don't think it's like gacha for weapons.
Are people streaming that right now?
Yeah,
Because it's
probably.
out.
I guarantee you there's probably somebody, because the Chinese version is out.
Yeah.
Well, also,
Uh,
I see
At
some
this time, it's
gameplay
very
of it.
early in China, so probably not. But maybe in a few more
But I
hours.
also don't think the bosses are limited either. I think you can like actually farm them as much as you want.
Yeah,
like
no,
in Genshin.
there's the stamina system, but it's not for that. No, they said that events didn't cost stamina. There's a
Oh,
whole
yeah,
stream
so then-
about the whole game. But Global is
Wait.
supposed to come out early 2022, so I'm excited for that.
This guy streamed Tower of Fantasy, but all of his VODs are just him watching this freaking anime.
This is Twitch in the late 2021,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
And
Twitch in
multiple VODs,
2022.
just him watching
That's the new
anime.
meta.
Welcome to the new Twitch.
Hey, what do you guys want to talk about your Digimon Vital bracelets? If you guys don't know what that
God,
is,
yeah, bracelet.
if you guys don't know what Digimon Vital bracelet is, think of a Fitbit watch, right? That tracks your calories burned and your fitness, right? And it actually, you put a chip in there, just like Digimon Ghost Game, the anime.
How'd you completely disappear?
There's some shenanigans going on YouTube. You guys would have to see.
Right here.
Yeah, there's the watch. You put your chip in, which has your Digimon in it, and the more you exercise, the stronger your Digimon becomes. And there's literally milestones
Yeah,
to
dude,
get your
there's literally,
Digimon
like,
stronger
you
to
can see it,
Digivolve.
but yeah, it turns into a blue screen, tells you the time, tells you how many steps you've taken. It will tell you like your heart rate. The missions are based on your steps taken on that day. So I think the average day steps thing is
10,000?
6,000.
Oh, 6,000. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
which
They
is
got
like not that
PvP.
much when you think about it.
It has it's a fit.
There's
that has
PvP,
Bring it out just while you
leaderboards.
walk
There's
in.
leaderboards too.
Raids, there's
There's
raids. too.
raids.
Raids.
There's raids.
Yeah.
You can
Oh,
actually
while
get
you're
together
walking and
And you
parties.
exercising.
don't
Like,
buy
yeah.
anything in a gacha. You just buy the card.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
it.
So
There's
if you've
There's actually
never
a
wanted
blank
to
card you can get
exercise
too.
before, this should get you to do it. Like
Yeah.
it's like
I
Pokemon
keep mine
Go,
in my
but-
Switch case.
So it's
I use
it's
my
crazy.
Switch case.
It's crazy because it has like a thing where it's like, hey, you get like challenges because you can get the phone app right now too if you don't have it. You sort
Yeah.
of see how the stuff is like.
Yep.
It'll give you like a thing like, hey man, do like you want to take these challenges? Do you want to do push-ups? Do you want to do like sit-ups? Do you want to do like burpees? Run like a sprint or something like that, and then you pick what kind of missions you want, and it'll
Mhm.
load those up in the game. And what'll happen is after you do so many steps, it'll be like, hey, a mission came up, and it's like do 10 push-ups right now. You're like, oh, okay, you do them, you knock them out, and you're like, all right, cool. And then it gives stats to your Digimon, and then it also procs like wild encounters and all this other crap, and like you can actually do new evolutions, and it has like crazy evolutions. And
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's some
Wow.
new ones that weren't in any of the animes before, so
Yep.
Yeah.
or games.
It's like the perfect game to get you out of the house when COVID has kept you in the house for so long.
And if you're
Don't
one of
like-
those people that are gamers and you feel like you need to exercise because you haven't left the house because of COVID, but you don't have any motivation, I mean,
Mhm.
getting
That's
a cool
it.
new fucking Digimon to Digivolve is
That's,
pretty.
that's the only way to
motivating.
evolve it. You do the mission. So.
And,
Yeah.
and the biggest
I guess
part,
go
like
for a
you
walk.
talked about, there's PvP. So like,
Yeah,
you
we
have no
did, yeah.
excuse now. You can
Yep.
literally
And
just
there's
like, hey,
leaderboards
there's
and
someone on the
everything.
street right there, and just
Bro, I've been PvPing every day. I'm actually like top 400
Yeah, you
right
remember
now.
you telling this that you were like top 50. I was like, bro, what?
And there's no gotcha burn. That's just my favorite part. Like if I spend $70 on eBay because the thing is limited and it's the only time they sold it, at least when I spend $70, I'm getting Impmon special edition, right? Or
Mhm.
when Bandai or Amazon does a sale for like their special packs, it's only $25, $20.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm not throwing my money away at a gotcha game and hoping to goodness I'm gonna get the Digimon I wanted. You know?
Yeah.
Honestly, I like this Digimon game better than Bandai Namco's Digimon game. So it's just like
had to have that cosplay, and it's like,
and they're both made by the same people.
Same
Bandai
company.
Namco. It's just like it's a stupid watch game, and this is better than the actual one.
that was
Arise,
their plan all
re-arise.
along, though. They were
Yeah.
planning, yeah.
I'm waiting for my Ghost Game Watch to come in. It comes in like next month.
January, yeah, that's
like-
when mine comes in.
Yeah.
I waited
Also
for
got
the new
Wizard
one.
Mon too.
Oh, so you actually gonna wait till January?
Then there's
Not that bad.
the I haven't tried it yet, but I'm curious to download it because I used to play Rocket League a lot. But the new
Oh.
side-scrolling Rocket
That's
League,
right.
that looks kind of
Mm.
fun.
Actually,
We
no,
can-
download that on my
on
phone
it.
right now.
Yeah, we can download it and have a.
And play
It's
it
out right
later.
now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
out
it's
right now. Like
yeah.
they as soon as they showed the trailer, they said out now. So
I don't know
Oh.
why I put rocket food, but it's
Rocket
um,
Food?
it
Yes,
is.
yes,
I'm trying to
Rocket
think of other gotchas
It's the
that
first
came
game.
out this year that were okay.
Bro.
Revived Witch was okay. But it lost my attention very quickly because,
Oh.
like, I don't know. When I play a gacha, I don't want it to feel like I'm playing a single player game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where I have to
feel like
actually
it should, yeah.
control and move around. I'd rather them just like I click on a stage and there's stage 1 through 3 and there's waves, right? Like Epic 7, like style like that. I hate when I actually have to like move around the map to trigger a battle like I'm playing an old school Final Fantasy game. I'd rather just not on a mobile game. I'd rather it just be kind of automated somewhat. Especially because most of the time I play mobile games, I'm doing something else. So my attention's not all on the game.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I've been farming slime this whole time. Which, okay, if they didn't fuck up with like the pacing in slime,
This would be the best
and
gacha
like
game this year.
the best gacha game. It's so good.
They made it so I could actually log in and not get error coded to download it for a whole month.
That too.
I
You know, I
uninstalled the
missed out on
game,
the entire
I'm gonna
Dark
try to
event
reinstall it.
and half of its Christmas event because of the bugs.
but I literally uninstalled it because I literally couldn't do anything in the game without it crashing all the fucking time. And I'm like, dude, this is so annoying. I just want to do my dailies and get off the game, but I can't even do them. It's like a 30-minute to 45-minute process because I keep crashing on the daily Predator battle every single time.
I couldn't even download the updates. It was like, you have to download the update. And I'm like, all right. And it'll just crash. I'm like, bro, how am I supposed to play
Oh,
the
and then
game,
there's
bruh?
Figure Fantasy. I almost forgot about that one.
I haven't played
That
that one
is a
yet.
chill game to me.
Yeah, it's like a
an actual
idle
solid game.
/ RPG kind of.
I just like how much gems they give you. I wish other gachas did that. Because, like, one, if you give me a lot of gems, it's going to give me more incentive to put more money in since I won't have to use as much money, right? If I put $80, it's the same as I put $300 in Genshin Impact or something. Because, Genshin Impact and the rewards. So, that's what I
actually like the there's an Evangelion collab right now in Final Gear that actually got me to play that game again.
Yep, I've been playing that game. I should put in my Discord because I have a download link for that from BlueStacks. So I got to put that in there. And
it's like we stopped playing it, but dude, I went so hard in that for like 2 weeks.
We all did.
And then
we went so hard in that game for 12 hours.
And then just stopped playing. That's literally what I did.
I just got mad because I missed the suit.
I didn't really hate the game. It was just like annoying how much I had to micromanage. Like almost, if I put it on my phone, I'll probably keep playing it because it was just like
it suffers from UI.
It's hard for me to find it.
I know X-Ray and JBZ are probably way too far behind to care about the next game I'm talking about. But me and Junior, like, we probably, if we want to keep up with this game, we probably have to like encourage each other to do it. You know what game I'm going to talk about, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you said I'm behind. I was like, oh, Genshin
yeah. I was
like we're close to being caught up. We're probably only one patch away, I think.
Yeah.
Like you stopped at Shogun, right? Like the part 2 of her. That's where I stopped too.
I haven't unlocked the final fight for Shogun.
I was just tired of how much you had to go and be like, oh, you have to hit at least 200 flowers, bruh, to get to level 90, and then like 50 to 80 resources of this. Like, why can't I just get
Here's what I'm going to say to that. That's what I was going to say. If we finally catch up, right? Which for me and Junior wouldn't be that bad. Probably be like a day or two, to be honest, of like actually hardcore playing the game. For you guys, a bit more because you guys are pretty far behind.
Yeah,
but like once you're caught up, I talked to so many, and I've been there. Junior's been there. We've been there at Endgame many times in the beta tests or whatever. Yeah. Once you're caught up, you literally log on, do your dailies, and now with the condensed resin, you waste your resin in like 5 fucking minutes. And then you're like, oh, okay, let me go get my daily flowers for this person that's coming out in 2 weeks that got announced. And you just get a couple of them a day, every day for a day. It takes 2 days for them to respawn, the flowers and all that stuff, materials. And then like you could, if you want, you can go in each other's world and farm them or whatever. But if you just casually do it, then it's not that bad. But I think me and Junior are at the part where we're like, God, there's so much shit that they released. I kind of get overwhelmed in the game, and I'm like, man,
that's what happened to me.
It wasn't so much that. I mean, okay, so like for me, disclaimer, I'm not gonna release anything, so don't sue me. But like, I was a beta tester for them, like NDA beta tester, so I played all the upcoming stuff.
Me too. I only did the first 2 tests, and that was it.
I did all of them, and like I played so far ahead in Genshin Impact, and I did so much, and I like maxed out my stuff on the other accounts because I could.
I know what you're gonna say. That's why I stopped doing beta tests.
that's I didn't
You got burnt
like
out,
coming
right?
back to my
Just
regular
doing the
account.
second. You're just doing everything a second time.
Yeah,
That's
why.
what
it is.
Yeah, I did it twice, and I'm like, man, this is really good for fucking content creation. But then I saw people getting sued, and I'm like, this is really not good for content creation.
Yeah, I couldn't post anything. If I could have, bro, I would literally, my life would be dedicated to making Genshin Impact content if they would have allowed me to stream or make videos of the betas, bro.
If they would have gave you an
That was
embargo,
godlike.
you know, it would have been cool if they gave us an embargo and like 2 days or something before it goes live. Right? Like, you know how they would do the live streams like 2 weeks before and tease stuff? It would be cool if they gave you an embargo and said like, hey, the day before or 2 days before, you can release like a character guide on like how to build this character. But they don't want that because they want you to spend money on the character.
No, but the thing that bugs me is that Honkai does it. You can like stream.
Yeah, I got in there
Honkai, like,
freaking
pre-release
content
stuff 2 months early.
program now.
Yeah, 2 months early you can stream this stuff. I'm like, so it's the same company. For some reason, you could show off the content. I have literally a whole hard drive, like 5 terabytes of recordings of beta footage.
Yeah,
I can never show anybody.
Here's my thing is like I didn't like how it became a job, and that's why I hope Honkai Star Rail doesn't feel like that.
Oh, I can't wait for that
Star
fucking
Rail.
game.
As somebody who was like, I was like, I
yeah.
like the characters a lot. I love the gameplay a lot. It was like the story was like okay, but then it was just like everything about it. It felt like an MMO without all the MMO-ish.
The resin thing really fucked them. Like resin for farming bosses is super fucking annoying.
Like
that's why I'm saying if you finally catch up and you can do it beforehand, it's honestly not that bad. You log in for 30 minutes a day and you're good. But like the catching up portion, like if you come back after not playing for 2 patches and you're like, oh, I want the Shogun, and you pull her and you're like, oh fuck, I need like 100 of these flowers and I need to farm the Thunder boss like fucking 30 times to max her out because I didn't pre-farm for her. It's awful.
I just finished Albedo's area. Like I just finished that story.
The Dragon Spine, you're far.
Wait, so tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow or the day after tomorrow,
3 a.m.
the cinnamon or cinnabar thing is gonna go away. So if you want to get like the best 4-star sword in the game right now,
I'm literally gonna do that after the podcast. That's why I was gonna ask you if you wanted to farm it with me. I'm probably gonna do that after.
You know, funny enough, I just got mad at Genshin because I didn't get the one character I actually wanted, and she wasn't even a limited character.
Mad in
I just never got her.
Wait, who?
I never got Mona. I ended up getting Junior's character.
I finally
instead.
got Mona, dude. Pulling for fucking Raiden Shogun. I was actually happy. I was like, you know what?
I couldn't stop getting Mona. I wanted Diluc.
I just pulled Mona like last week.
Everybody else, I don't have Chi-Chi. I just got Kaching on Raiden Shogun's banner. I had so many characters like that weren't the OG ones I wanted. Like I still want Diluc. I don't even care if he's not good right now.
Oh, 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Really?
What was I gonna say? Are you guys excited for? I'm not gonna lie. I see the character trailer. If you guys haven't, you should see it after this. We'll watch it after this. For Ito, the new the new Geo character, dude, he's fucking cool. Like
he's a 5-star.
His mannerism and the way he talks and like how he's so like arrogant and like fucking memey. Like he's literally a meme character.
He's a 5-star, right?
Yeah, he's a 5-star Geo character. I mean, like people are saying that his kit doesn't look too good, but they fucking all said that about fucking Zhongli and Ganyu, and then look at these characters come out, they come out broken. Yeah,
I'm just gonna say what I learned while doing the tests that I would say 98% of people that did a test don't know what the fuck they're talking about because I was doing the test before the stuff released, and people are like, man, this character sucks. I'm like, what are you playing?
Yeah, they don't know how to build them. That's what it is.
Yeah, none of them know how to do it. But I used to.
Everybody and their mama says,
you know what? I'm glad they said that about Zhongli though, because I have Zhongli and he got buffed 2 times because of it, and now he's fucking god tier.
All I said is, as soon as they had to release the Zhongli trailer, I was like, hey, make sure you pull for him. That's all I said. Yeah. People were like, what? What do you mean? I was like,
that was the second beta test, wasn't it? That's the last one I did, and then I was like, okay, I'm not doing it anymore.
I was on second stream, and he was like, should I pull for this character? I'm like, bro, if you don't pull for this character, uninstall the game.
Yeah.
Like that's literally.
You want to know how strong he is? People on my stream ask me all the time when I'm doing Spiral Abyss, "Where's your healer?" I was like, "Healer." Imagine using a healer when you have Zhongli. Like he's constant shield and he nukes everybody with Comet, and he has his Comet constantly.
What about Bennett though? Remember when everybody in the entire game just had a census?
I feel bad for the people that fucked
in the whole game.
I feel bad for the people that fucking ruined their Bennett by C6ing him.
Yeah, I was so glad. I was like, oh, I didn't pull him that much, so I'm good.
That was almost as bad as in Epic 7 when Violet came out and people maxed out his third skill, and I was like, oof, you shouldn't have did that. But now they fixed it, so it doesn't matter now. But yeah. Damn, we've been going on for 2.5 hours almost.
Called it.
Yep.
So Ito's voice actor, by the way, is Gundam Seed character Miguel Iman.
Oh, he sounded familiar. Maybe that's why. Damn.
All right, so we're gonna hear
and
about
also
Gundam
Silver
again,
Samurai.
right?
Yep.
That means he's gonna have a mecha transformation, right?
Ultimate, yeah. I mean, it could be Zolt. You know, just
No, they already showcased this stuff. I guess we can end this since it's already gone on for so long. We don't want to freaking go on for hours.
We cover everything?
Pretty much. Right? Yeah, pretty much.
We covered that and then some. So.
Yep.
Pretty much the last.
Oh, what are you playing right now, though?
That's what I wanted to cover. I wanted to go like, what are you guys playing right now that you're like enjoying? Like, what are you playing through right now and like hoping to play through like the rest of the winter break or Christmas break?
Oh, you know what? I would have said Sword Tour, but motherfucking expansion got delayed, so I can't
did
play
it? Was
that
it supposed to be
anymore.
on the Thursday, right?
It's delayed till February now.
Got delayed till
Wow,
February.
they
Another
delayed
game in
it this
February.
close to release? That's fucked.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like
Damn, that's not even like a 2-week
release.
release either. That's 2 months. Holy shit.
I guess I'm excited to play Final Fantasy when it comes out for Final Fantasy 7 PC, and then I'm playing Lost
on
Ark Russia.
Thursday. Oh yeah, you can
Yeah.
100% expect me to play that on launch day.
Oh, and then I'm hyped about next week because apparently so much Japanese games are going to be announced because of anime.
We will be
Jump
talking about
Festa,
that
a
on
new
the
Naruto
next
game and all
podcast.
that,
We're
so
gonna wait to
next
record
week,
the next podcast until
nigga.
after Jump Festa.
I might have some new games to play by next week. I hope
Could have some new anime games. Jump Festa for Square Enix. So if you guys, I know a lot of people that in my community are really hyped for Ever Crisis. They already don't get excited for Ever Crisis because it's not they're not talking about it next week. Square Enix already said the only things that's going to be there are Dragon Quest Die and 2 other Dragon Quest games that I've never heard about. So that's
Dragon Quest Die fell off so hard for me.
Yeah,
and it was fun, but it was just not. It was weird.
It was fun and not
and
fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is like the last 2 Dragon Quest gotchas are like that.
Yeah.
It almost got me
One,
into
and
watching.
then-
And yeah, that's what they're gonna bring is
Anime's the best
literally
part.
3 Dragon Quest.
Oh yeah,
Dragon
the
Quest.
anime is probably the best part. It's just like I need time to
Watch
watch
that.
it.
That shit, that's good. I
Oh
can see
yeah,
why
it's like
that
50
is-
episodes, but I love the story. That's for sure. I love the story.
What about you, JBZ? What are you playing right now? What are you like gonna be playing through like Christmas break?
For me, my focus is obviously Final Fantasy 14. I'm actually working through that, starting
And you
Stormblood
can
and
get
then,
in.
TFT. So when I can get it, yeah. It's not that bad for me in the evenings, actually. It's I've gotten instantly when I play around there. But yeah, just those 2 games.
Awesome.
And
What about you, Junior?
I'm a Reaper in the main now, by the way. Just want to point that out. I'm a Persona user in Final Fantasy 14.
Dude, have you
so,
seen the
know,
90 armor in Reaper? My
so
God.
good. But
Nut.
Samurai.
I also Square Enix, I'm sorry, but I owe you guys like 4 at least sponsored streams. So I already downloaded Guardians of the Galaxy on my PS5 right here. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you need to
play
play
that. I need to go play that. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's something you need to play. I keep telling her, but I'm like, yo, you need to play Guardians of the Galaxy, bro. It's probably the best Marvel game I've ever played, ever, so far.
Bro,
Just
It literally
stay
hooked
away
me
from
up with
Twitter
Deluxe
so you don't
Edition.
get spoiled for Endwalker.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
People
Oh,
are
yeah.
already posting. I muted Endwalker. Anytime somebody talks about Endwalker, I won't see it.
So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be playing. It's just 14, and some other Square Enix
Are you gonna
titles.
finally
that,
play fucking 7 remake and do a sponsor stream for that when it comes out on PC?
You know, I am gonna do that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Maybe that's the next one I should do. Huh? Wait. Final Fantasy 14 or 7 remake comes out on Epic on Thursday.
On the 16th, yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah. So Thursday, we
This will
already
be
know what
crazy
I'm
week.
playing.
Yep. Off AC7
We
remake.
planned out. Okay, good. Add that to my calendar.
Can't wait to see the mods for that. Hentai modders. So make sure you do that. I want to see Tifa in all her glory.
Maybe,
Thank you.
a stream, a Twitch stream of Final Fantasy 7, and there's gonna be like the hidden dungeon of Discord streams.
Yep.
They're
Cock.
going down.
Yep.
Cock.
I'm gonna try to cause Jump Fest is what, 2 days after that? Like, so I'm pretty much have to
It will be Friday night for us and Saturday morning. I'm pretty sure Jump Fest is like an all-day thing, isn't it? Just
It's
like
2
Tokyo Game
days.
Show.
It's a con.
Yeah, it's a
18th to the
con, just like
20th.
Tokyo Game Show, right?
Yeah, it's the 18th to the 20th.
Yeah, so
Bleachers on the 18th. Black Clover will be there. One Piece.
It
Naruto.
starts Thursday
I'm gonna
night
lose
for
my
us.
shit on
Yeah,
Bleach.
Thursday night for
Yeah.
us, and then Friday night, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Because
I'm gonna roll
they're
this
like
back one
13 hours
second.
ahead.
I gotta roll this back 1 second.
What?
Most of us, almost all of
My
us,
Hero also.
have
good.
gotten back on Bleach Brave Souls because that shit is amazing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And if you happen to like are thinking about it, right now is the best time to get
Hey.
into it because they're about to do like every of the
Yeah.
best characters in the whole damn game are about to get dropped.
Once the Bleach trailer drops, I know Legion's ass is gonna get back on the game. Because like I'm sorry, I've just been waiting for the trailer. I just been
Isn't
waiting
it
for
supposed
the
to come out in
trailer,
2 weeks? No, it's the
No,
15th.
Yeah, on Jump
The
Festa.
18th. Yeah, Jump Festa. They're showing
On
the
Jump
trailer.
Festa,
for the
they're
new
showing
Isn't it
trailer.
the 15th though? That's
Also-
before Jump Festa. I thought it was the 15th,
No,
wasn't it?
18th.
Was it?
They're doing it at Jump
18th?
Festa.
Okay.
Did you
The
get to read
first day of
Jump
Jump
Festa?
Festa, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I
also
already
Black
read the
Clover
manga,
showed their
but I'm
new
definitely
movie
gonna watch
trailer.
that.
I'm
Black
just
Clover
saying.
showed their new movie trailer. Naruto's showing a new game. When no one knows.
I bet
what
you
it
One
is.
Piece
It's a new
shows
game.
Red trailer.
Oh
If they do, I'm a nut.
wow!
They're
And
probably
the
gonna
One
shoot a
Piece
movie
fighting
trailer.
back?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
if they
The
show
next
One Piece
movie that
fight
they're
back,
doing
yeah.
is Red, which is based on
Shanks.
Shanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's
Dude,
gonna be
the
fucking
cover
sick.
looks sick.
One Piece
Dude,
Fighting Path
please
too.
announce it.
Bro,
Please.
That's true, they could announce it there.
Yeah.
Well, would they announce a
been-
global version during Jump Festa? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah?
because,
Yes.
because it's only available in China. Yeah,
It's only available in China.
right now. Yeah,
I hope
Japan
they do.
doesn't even have it.
100%. If
I
it
hope
was
they
that,
do.
if they
That'd be
decided,
cool.
I
Say,
feel
like,
like
hey,
with
the-
the laws that are out with China gaming right now, it's like probably so
No,
hard for them to like release games.
They've been
globally and
hiring.
shit.
They've already hired a bunch of people over here, and they're
Like
TikTok
translators and
offices in LA.
stuff. Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
Everybody, global marketers, global fucking everything over here in LA for the last
Yeah.
like 8 months.
Remember,
they've been working on it
TikTok
for a
made
while.
that game. It's made by TikTok, like
Maybe
Doyoung.
they're
Yeah,
having trouble
the TikTok
translating.
studios.
I totally blew
it's-
off. I blew off MHA for their TikTok thing.
Homie.
Oh
They
yeah,
they emailed me to do some 30-second TikTok ad. Want to pay me like $600. I almost said yes,
I don't-
and then I started downloading the
How many
game. I was
times
like,
it burned
ew.
me so bad. Yeah, it's like they burned us so bad that we don't want to go play the
No,
game anymore.
I don't even give a
I'm
fuck.
That would
sorry,
have
I'm
been
still
my
playing
game of the
it.
year. Goddamn.
Junior,
I
you
love
shut
it.
the
Junior
fuck
over
up,
here.
right? You shut the fuck
Okay,
up. You
I do have to say, the new Bakugo that just dropped, like
Okay,
it's currently in the banner, is crazy. Like I'm just saying, I fought him in PvP.
No wonder
I
why
got
my
actually
Bakugo
destroyed.
video on showcasing him in PvP is doing so
Hey,
good on
bro.
YouTube right
And
now.
they could
Played
announce
against him,
next week
he
Ultra Impact.
destroyed me.
No
Like,
wonder
they
why
changed
I'm
the
getting
going
comments on my
Ultra Impact.
Bakugo video. People are going murder Bakugo. Now
Yes.
I know why.
Yes, bro. I'm playing Aizawa, murdered.
Wow, that's actually crazy. 'cause I
Like
thought it was
Red Riot.
disgusting.
You know how good of Red Riot I am, right?
Yeah.
you got
Completely,
destroyed by Bakugo, or?
absolutely destroyed.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely, because like all his moves are 2-part moves.
That's crazy.
So you can counter one part of it, but the second part's gonna hit you.
That's insane.
The way I
I
know
got
it's about that
murdered.
auto PvP.
I'll look
life.
at
That's
gameplay
where
for
the
him.
real thing is.
It's dumb.
I was gonna say
Um,
that you should watch the
I-
movie now because of that.
Yeah.
Skin destroyed by him so bad.
Oh, it's not watching.
Plot twist. Everybody starts re-downloading.
I'm
Okay, let
trying
me
to
get this
think
character.
what. I guess I'm playing a couple of things right now, but
You're like 14, so right.
14 is mainly what I'm playing. But when I can get in, if I get home from work and it's like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., I don't even fucking bother because I'm gonna sit in queue
And
for
while
2 or
waiting
3
for
hours.
14,
Yeah.
Evan on PC.
Yeah, and then so you'll probably catch me playing Final Fantasy VII Remake PC
Mhm.
as soon as it comes out, and I will be recording new guides because I looked back at my old guides on how to do some of the bosses like Airbuster and Sephiroth and Hell House, and I'm like, man, this is when I was not good at recording YouTube videos. Holy shit! And my quality was horrible. My camera was horrible. My audio was horrible. Everything was horrible about it. So I'm gonna
You can
update
see
all
the rage
those.
I'm still considering
I
doing
remember they
guides
used
for
to have final
14.
boss. You gotta fight 3
You
bosses at once or
should.
something.
You should do
dude.
guides for dude. You know how good the guides do for trial fights, man. They're so
Mhm.
so good.
Especially when he
It's-
plays the Reaper. You know.
Yeah,
that's
you could do
true.
a Reaper guide. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Rotation.
That's what I'm gonna do with Lost Ark.
Didn't you say you already figured out his rotation?
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
I already figured out, dude. Dark Knights are having trouble keeping aggro against me with Ever Reaper.
Nah, man, not me, bro.
I'm
If
just saying,
if I ever played a hero,
Dark
though,
Knight.
I want to try to see.
I'm a Dark Knight, bro. I'm fuck out here, dude.
Typically.
You never took any no aggro off me, motherfucker. All right.
Challenge accepted. was gonna try so hard, and be like,
dude,
like full gamer sweat. Watch.
the last dungeon I just did, I had to solo a fucking boss at half health, and dude, I don't know what people are saying about Dark Knight being nerfed. They're fucking stupid because
Now there's them.
I literally soloed a dungeon boss at half health.
It's
by
because of
myself.
the stupid comments is why I want to make guides.
Yeah, that's what
why.
I'm saying. But then you're gonna
I'm
get
playing for 11
even
years.
more stupid comments. You know how it is.
People said Scholar is terrible now, right?
Like,
It's trash. Absolutely
listeners,
trash.
It
I'll leave
As
you guys
that's
with
my main
this.
healer.
Right? You want to
Oh,
hear the
really?
stupidest comment of the day? Maybe we'll make this a thing. Everything stupidest YouTube
Oh,
comment
no,
of the
you're-
day. You want to know
We're
what my
literally
comment
gonna
was?
invite that now.
You know what? Hey, more interactions.
more people will comment.
The stupidest
Content.
comment I think I ever got was today. So I made a video on Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to PC and all the mod capabilities and like, you know, thinking about what good mods could come out. And someone dead ass commented and said, "Why would you even want to mod Final Fantasy VII Remake?"
No, I didn't think that was a bad one. That was not the worst one, dude. Somebody said, because of mods, they are now going to make part 2 of Final Fantasy VII.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
that one
That was
was
the dumbest
so-
shit I have ever heard.
Okay, I forgot about that one. Was so stupid that I literally became brain dead when I read it.
I forgot about it because it actually
make
gave
a
you brain
whole
damage.
He said, I made a Twitter post
Do it,
saying, you know, what are our community posts? I was saying, what
wow.
mods are you guys looking forward to, right? And this person deadass commented, "I'm looking forward to them modding part 2 in the game." I don't know if he was memeing or being legit, but I think he was pretty serious.
I don't know, man.
Imagine modding something in the
game.
game that they don't even have assets to. Imagine. These motherfuckers are gonna make a whole ass AAA game as a mod.
More
Okay,
like, I'm just
dude.
gonna hire that guy. Fuck.
Like, and then yeah, like Square Enix isn't gonna come. Hey, motherfucker, who told you to do that? Like,
FBI open up. Literally it.
well, I guess we can end the show by letting everybody know where we can find you guys. X-Ray.
On Twitter, X-Ray PC, Twitch, X-Ray PC, YouTube, X-Ray PC.
Yeah, if you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys can see our names here on the Twitter thing underneath. But for the listeners, yeah, all our handles, we will be saying them. JBZ, go ahead.
My mainly Twitter is the JBZ, and on Twitch is just JBZ.
And you can find me literally everywhere, Junior and Chill.
Smart man.
Junior and like the word spelled out and chill.
There you go.
Not
Like
N,
you're trying to,
not Junior and Chill. All right, Junior and
yeah, I have to say
Chill.
Junior, like spelled out JUNIOR. Chill.
and
Very simple.
Chill.
It's no longer lead speak like it used to be. I've grown up and learned.
Yeah.
And then for me, you can find me on all platforms at Legions Gaming, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. No, not Facebook. I don't use that anymore. Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all the above.
You mean Meta?
Yes,
Meta, yeah.
that is the new meta. Facebook Gaming. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. If you're on YouTube, feel free to leave comments and reviews down below. Let us know how we did for the first episode. Let us know your thoughts on Game of the Year and what what your favorite Game of the Year was and what you're looking forward to and what you're playing. Let us know in the comments down below. If you guys have any closing comments for the audience.
Let us know what your game of the year is and why is it Valheim?
Ratchet & Clank got shafted. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. Ratchet & Clank got shafted. They
Ratchet
should have made its
Clank
own
did get
category
shafted,
just
dude.
for it can win.
They did.
It's fine.
They did.
Next time. Okay, this is next time.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the
great.
next one.
Catch you guys
Every
later.
week, every Monday. Peace.
Later.
See ya.